We're live. Yo, I'm here with Tim today for Coffee with Mike.
Number two.
Number two. Yeah, Tim hit me up this morning and, figured if we weren't doing anything. I had jury duty today that got canceled, so.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so I was supposed to be there at 10, but I guess something happened with the case, so.
Well, we live in the frozen tundra.
Hey, twin.
And, what up? And people can't see this, but everything outside is covered in like a 1/4 inch of ice, so even just walking out of the parking lot is like a trek.
It's pretty treacherous, yeah.
I live 2 doors away from Mike.
That's what, yeah.
And it was like hard getting here. I was like skating the whole way.
I know. I was cleaning off my car this morning, and it was just like trying to chip through a lake of frozen ice.
It's fucking horrible.
It was crazy, man.
Well, all the snow froze immediately into this huge packed thing. It was like living in Sweden, probably.
It was crazy.
Meow. I got the Catbro. The
Catbro is
cat,
chilling right down here.
rubbing up against me. This cat loves me because I'm usually the one that babysits him. So he's come to associate me with food, I think.
Catbro. There he is. What up, Catbro? He's stretching out.
This cat is like a dog sometimes. She likes like rough pets. Oh, she wants belly rubs, I think. Or flank rubs.
Get him!
This cat loves me. It's crazy.
Yeah, Catbro is big chilling. Yeah, Catbro is hanging out with us today, guys, this morning.
It's all me.
My guest this morning is Tim from the channel, from the cabin. Best bro, lives next door. I don't know. What else is there to say?
I don't know.
He just got back from a trip to West Virginia, right?
West Virginia.
And
got to do some science out there.
yeah, so tell everybody what you do.
I'm a I'm a PhD candidate in entomology, so bugs basically.
Yeah. If you have any bug questions,
If you have any bug questions, you got anything in your house that's weird, send me a photo, and I'll tell you what to do. Just tell me where you live.
see, this is what I was thinking for you, dude. Is you should start a YouTube channel that is just bug. It's just like the Bug Man, and you just go out, identify weird species. You get people sending you stuff.
Mm-hmm. I do that every day.
Well, that's
I
what
may as well just record it.
You may as well
right?
just record it and put it up online. I'm sure that would be a great channel for kids. Anybody interested in insects.
I was thinking of live streaming the. I was there because the USDA has a lab there, and I was using their equipment because it's like
yeah, you sent me that picture.
Baller equipment.
Looked like he was constructing the T virus.
It's much more boring than that. They have really cool equipment, and I was stealing their stuff. And I was thinking of live streaming it, but I was like, well, the USDA is like a federal government lab. I don't know if I should live stream the inside of it.
Yeah. you might wind up in Guantanamo.
For divulging secrets about like little beetles or whatever. I don't think that would be the case, but.
Well, that's cool, man. I'm glad to hear that you made it back up here safely. I know that it was pretty treacherous going down there. You were in West Virginia, right?
It was treacherous both ways. It was pouring when I went down. It was snowing when I came up, so it was horrible.
Dude, that's crazy.
But West Virginia's sick, dude. It's really pretty. Shenandoah Mountains.
Yeah, it's Shenandoah, yeah.
I drove through the state park. I took the long way. Cool. It was really nice. I had time.
Beautiful, right?
It was fucking cool.
And it was okay, like the roads getting up in there?
It was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pouring, but it was fine.
Cool. Yo, what's going on, Surfing? How you doing? I'm here with... Any of you guys just joined us, this is Coffee with Mike number 002. And this is just a random live stream whenever we can do it. Just interviewing musicians, friends, artists, and just getting some questions, finding out. If you guys have any questions for Tim, he's been a player in the scene on the channel since the inception. So
I've been behind the scenes. Mostly.
Yeah.
But it's fun to get in front of the camera.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad to have you on and chilling, man. This is so cool because I haven't seen you in I don't know.
I've been gone for like a week.
I know it's crazy because I usually see Tim almost every day now.
I felt like a real vagabond. I've been sleeping random places.
Right.
I was staying at a friend's place down in South Jersey, and then I was staying at a hotel in West Virginia. The hotel was attached to a casino, like a shitty casino. Dude, it was so funny.
Did you get anything?
I wanted to go to the casino, but I didn't have time. I was too busy. But every
got
person,
my gas station coffee.
Oh yeah. But every person staying at that hotel was above the age of 80. They were all playing penny slots.
Right.
And I was there during the Super Bowl. So I was watching the Super Bowl in my hotel room. And when the game ended, on all four sides around me, I just heard screaming. Just like wild screaming. I was like, oh man, got some Eagles fans up in here.
Oh my god.
And then it was like pandemonium, like people with walkers, like, it was so good.
That sounds like quite the adventure.
I wish I could have been in Philly because my lab is in Philly.
Oh, that would have been cool.
But I wasn't there that day.
Well, wasn't there like riots or something?
You can call them riots. I call them an expression of pure joy. This is good shit. So there's a great photo. We should post a link to it. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's a split screen of people in Philly, Eagles fans, climbing like a big fence, like a huge iron gate, next to a shot of the Russian Revolution of Russian serfs climbing an iron gate. It's like, oh man. The revolution has come, and it's because someone's team won.
And it's because the Eagles won, right?
I knew it would be for a stupid reason, but like, whatever.
Oh, Twin is saying West Virginia's deaf real pretty. He went to a festival in the mountains there.
Oh, cool.
That
Where
must have
at?
been awesome. Yeah, where was the festival?
I was pretty close to the border of Virginia. I didn't get to go that far into it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sweet spot though. I mean, it's just like,
hey Aaron, what's going on?
A lot of space.
Yeah.
I mean, we have that here, but it's like a different feel.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like the Shenandoah Mountains or the Shenandoah Valley is huge.
Terra Alta, West Virginia. All right, word. I gotta check that out because I'll probably be back.
Alta, yeah.
I'll probably go back down there in a couple months because their equipment is so good. I just want to use any excuse to use it. So.
Cool. Yo, JMA, what up? Yeah, get to grab some coffee. We're just chilling this morning. Twin says he's about to wake and bake. What are you gonna make, some cookies?
Yeah.
Gonna make some cookies or something?
I approve of that.
I bet what's his name is making. I bet Hapro's making some cookies.
Hapro's probably making some cookies. The Bentley Korean vampire is probably already woke and woke.
Yeah, we gotta get Ben, the Korean vampire, on.
Yeah.
Here.
He's 1,500 years old. Plays a violin like a bastard. He's so good.
Plays the violin like he hasn't played it in 600 years.
He hasn't, but to him that's nothing.
Yeah.
When you're immortal, it's nothing.
Oh, Jay just texted me. I should tell him we're.
Yeah, get on the channel, Jay.
We're rolling. Hey, Jay, we're live.
Get on the channel.
Tim, get on here, bro. Get on here.
So I'm probably the least talented musician you have had or will have on the channel.
Oh, I don't think that's true.
Because I'm not a real musician. I just play a couple instruments for fun.
What is a real musician, Tim?
Well, I don't produce anything. Like, whenever anything that's recorded, it's with you guys.
We recorded a couple songs together.
Sure, yeah, we recorded a couple songs together. But, like,
Morning, TascFam.
Okay, I've never been paid for any music I've made, so I'm not a real musician. Right?
I mean, I've been paid not much at all. So if that's your metric, then I guess I'm not a real musician either.
Okay, well, yeah, we're all just hobbyists.
Hey, Matt, what's going on? Yeah, okay, so Jamie said, I've been to West Virginia a few times, also near the border. I live in southwest PA, about 30 miles from Pittsburgh.
Oh, sick.
That's like out there, right?
That's pretty far out there, but I love Pittsburgh.
I've been wanting to go to Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh is cool, man. It's a cool city.
I've been wanting to take a road trip there.
I once drove through the whole... Okay, you're going to learn things about me. I once drove through I once drove through the entire state of Pennsylvania to go to a LARP festival where you dress up in medieval costumes and hit people with foam swords.
Oh yeah, I remember this story, I think.
And I didn't realize I was in college. I didn't realize how far away Somerset or whatever Pennsylvania was. It's like all the way at the end.
Yeah, and Pennsylvania's
it's huge
state.
This is before Google Maps were any good. So I was just like,
you had like an atlas.
I had like a real map, and it took us like 9 hours.
You were listening to maps and atlases.
I was listening to maps and atlases. And we got there, and it was packed with the weirdest people I've ever seen in my life. It was super fun. I was like 17, and a bunch of like 30-year-old guys dressed up as Romans got me drunk, and we like just smoked weed and played with toys. It was really fun, actually.
That's crazy.
It was a good time. That's like so. Whenever I think of Pennsylvania, I think of like that crowd, even though it's probably not accurate.
Right. That's probably like a really small segment of the population.
It's the smallest segment of any population. Tim, you're a LARPer, eh? I consider myself. I'm more into.
I think he's a recovering LARPer.
I'm more into pen and paper role-playing games now. But if anyone were to ask me to do some sword fighting, I would do it because it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you?
Sure, I probably have some.
That's actually something I haven't talked about on the channel at all. Hey, morning.
Mike
hey,
and I,
John pulled up. Yeah, Tim and I actually, with Bill and Ben, Korean Vampire, we play D&D.
Yeah, we have a D&D campaign going.
Yeah.
And it's really fun, and...
it is really fun.
It's such a good game. Yeah. And Bill's the best dungeon master
Bill's
in the
a great
world.
DM, yeah.
So, if you have a bad dungeon master, it's horrible, but he's great, so it's all good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a fun fact that only people watching this right now is probably going to hear about.
Well, everyone who knows me knows this.
Right, that's true.
It's like the third thing I say. Hi, I'm Tim, I'm a scientist. Do you play Dungeons & Dragons?
And do you want to play with me?
Do you want to join my campaign?
We're looking for a Dragonborn.
Yo, everyone should check out Schizo's SoundCloud.
Oh, yeah. Tell us a little bit about...
Because
you were checking that out last time.
Yeah, he linked to it.
Reverie of Palms. You like the name. I like the name, too.
Love the name, and it really is cool. And I like how every song has such a different feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a lot. It's very... It was really cool listening to the whole thing together, because you could definitely feel there was like some strands holding all the music together, like the common theme, but they were super diverse, and I really like that. And that's really cool.
Yeah.
So everyone should check that out. It's good stuff.
And also Matt, he's saying that Matt is from Reverie of Palms. He says he uploaded my cassette chain opener to SoundCloud, FYI, which is awesome. Because basically, did I tell you about the cassette chain? What we're doing with that?
I don't know.
If any of you guys here don't know about the cassette chain, I think pretty much everybody does. We're mailing tapes, physical tapes.
Oh, cool.
In the mail to each other, and we're gonna be. Everybody does a track.
Okay.
There's 4 tracks. Everybody takes a track. It's all figured out. Like I would do track 1, send it to you. You would record track 2, whatever you want.
Wow.
Matt would track 3. North Anchor does track 4. So everybody's getting like a piece of the tape, and then we're gonna just make each song's about 2.5 minutes. And you want to do drums, you record a drum part. You want to do mini log, you do mini log. You want to do vocals. So that's what we're doing. So Matt's saying,
such a cool idea.
Yeah, these it's all about this community, man. These guys I guess I think Will saw it on a Gear Sluts, which is a forum. I don't know.
Sure. I've heard of it. Yeah.
Probably. And they've been doing that. Like some people or tape op somewhere, people were doing this, and it seems like a really fun project. And right now we have 2 tapes going. We have one that's based in the UK. My buddy Joel.
That's awesome.
And Will are working on one. They're going to send it across the pond. And then we're doing one that's going backwards. So it's starting in the US and it's going to end up in the UK.
That is really an awesome idea.
Because all the people at the end were like, "This is so sick. I can't hold back my. I can't wait until I can record.
Yeah.
Let's start one in the U.S." So that's what we're doing. So that's what Matt's talking about. So if you guys want to check out what we're doing with the Cassette Chain project, Matt was gracious enough to upload it to his SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Reverie of Palms. So obviously check out his stuff. Tim and I are big fans.
Yeah, love it.
And also you can check out what we're doing with the Cassette Chain project, which is cool. Hey Dave, what's up? What's the timeline for the Cassette Chain? I'm getting a 4-track next weekend and would love to partake. Dave, that should be perfect timing. We have a tape going around right now in the U.S. and we're going to have one coming over to the U.S. So we'll just add you to the list. Hit up my email, 424recording@gmail.com, and I'll add you to the email chain that we got going on. Or, and also hit up the forum, 424recording.com/forum. There's a Cassette Chain project, topic about it. So. But yeah, I can't believe I didn't tell you about that.
I've been out of the loop, dude. I've been gone for days.
Literally, you've been out of the tape loop.
I've been Jesus. I've been a ghost for the past couple days. No one's seen me, but glad to be back in civilization and chatting with the TascFam here.
Dave is on the email list. Sorry, buddy, I forgot you were on there. And John Paul Dub, same thing. Hit us up. Yeah, Tim's been gone for a while now, so.
I've barely seen you since the cabin, really.
Yeah.
Because I've been working since then.
I know. That's been like 2 weeks. It's been crazy. I've just been working. Actually, yesterday we've been doing. I don't know if I showed you this either. This is the prototype.
Oh hell yeah! I've been super pumped to see this.
Yeah, dude. This is like, it's called the TascFam preamp, and basically what we're doing with it is it emulates the 4-track preamp.
That
in
is
pedal form.
Really, really cool idea.
Yeah, I was messing around with it last night. Maybe we'll plug it in a little bit.
If you want any art ideas,
yeah,
I could doodle up some stuff for you too.
Yeah, Will actually from the UK has been sending some stuff.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah, cool.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be doing some stuff with it. Here, I got some stuff right here. I mean, we got this one he came up with, which is
this is a little known. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, Will's on point, man, and I think we're gonna do like a landscape version.
I like that too.
We're still working on like
this
I got the Kickstarter up and going, but
I can help you with that too.
Cool. Yeah, because that's why I was trying to get Tim on board with helping me with the Kickstarter, because Tim is a published game.
Yeah,
he made his own game, Ave, which is awesome.
Mike Mike and I went through a period. We can actually just have that finished, even though that's a good game.
All right, later, Matt. Good to see you. Thanks for coming through, buddy.
Peace. I mean, Kickstarter is a weird platform.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to build a community and like almost make a game of pledging.
Yeah. Which
is weird, but it really is cool, and you foster a community there.
Yeah.
You've already got one.
Yeah, I mean these guys. This is awesome. Man.
I mean, if it's like.
Well,
Jay is literally a wizard, okay?
Yeah.
So whatever he makes is going to be amazing.
Yeah. And then we got a great team, too. We got Jay working on the circuit. This is what I said in the Kickstarter. We got Will doing the art. I'm obviously handling everything, like the videos, the sounds. We're going to do some official videos of, stuff you see on YouTube where they test the pedal out and it's, like, shot nicely and there's great sound. Because we've only been past 2 nights live streaming, if you guys probably caught it. Oh, hey, Jay, what's up?
I caught the last part of last night's, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so that's what we've been doing is just kind of like, doing it on here. And honestly, the sound is decent for just, I was talking to Jay this morning about it, for just putting the phone up against the speakers. Catbro! What's up, Catbro? Catbro. Oh, man, you guys are getting a double coffee with Mike right now. You got Tim and Catbro. So maybe
he's the real guest, actually.
Yeah. This is all just a ploy to get Catbro said he wouldn't appear on the stream unless Tim was here. So
that is probably true. He loves me so.
Yeah, so he's chilling.
Meow, hell yeah.
Jay unfortunately does not play a wizard in D&D. That was actually one of my first questions for Jay when I met him was, do you play D&D, my friend? Because I play up near where he lives, and I was like, this would be perfect if you did.
He should play with us one night.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a hard game.
It's not hard. Yeah, it's actually quite fun.
Yeah, you're just telling a story with people.
Man, look at Catbro. He's like chilling right here. This is so funny.
He's chilling. Real Catbro feeling.
I'm gonna angle it down so Catbro. There he is. Hey, Catbro. Yo, Catbro. So Catbro, what do you think of the TascFam preamp? Let's see what he thinks. What do you think of this thing, man?
So how do you get the design? Like, is there like a printing company that'll?
Oh, he likes it. He's like,
he's rubbing his face on. Is there like a printing company that can get that the art on there?
Well, so Jay has I think it's Mammoth Electronics, but correct me if I'm wrong, Jay. Yeah, he gives the face rub of approval. Good job, Catbro. Yeah, I think there's a company, Mammoth, Jay. Is that where we're going to be having it screened? Because they can like drill it. We might have to drill the holes ourselves. Basically, you get the boxes.
Sure.
This size box, and then this was just a prototype box. So Jay's using
I see. Stuff. So you get the pieces with the art on them already.
Yeah. So like
the wiring yourself.
Each surface is like a cost to screen it, and then so I'm pretty sure that they can screen this. You get like a template and
yeah.
And then you put your own knobs, obviously. Obviously they're gonna be handmade in USA. Handmade in USA.
USA. It's good.
They're gonna be handmade by us, so I mean it's gonna be all about that. Okay, Mammoth, yeah. So Mammoth Electronics is like a electronics dealer sort of place, and they make boxes, they have all the parts, and you can order however many you want, and they'll screen them and drill them. But I think some of this stuff we're gonna have to drill ourselves. But Jay has a drill press, so.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
I mean, of course he does.
I miss my drill press. I used to have one at work, and
oh really?
My old job had a full wood shop, and I was like, so nice to have.
That's right. You built that table.
I built that table in there. It was so nice to have the option to like do that stuff. Living in an apartment is like it's nice that you don't have to worry about like lawns and shit, but it's a bummer that you don't have space for any cool tools.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. I mean, I love living here. I love, like, right now we get to just chill right now instead of, you know, snow blowing or plowing.
Right, there are people plowing our parking lot for us, which is nice.
That. So I mean, it's like, that's awesome. But also last night I was testing out the TascFam preamp, and it was like these guys wanted me to, you know, blast this thing, and unfortunately, you know, it's 10 o'clock at night. I can't be rocking out, you know, freaking the neighbors out. So unfortunately, you know, maybe today I could do that a little bit. I'm going to try to do some sounds. I got to do some other videos, but
yeah, well, all the other schlubs are at work. We can sorry, y'all.
Coffee with Tim, Coffee with Mike with Tim. Catbro. Catbro left. He'll be back.
Yeah, he's just chilling. Yeah, dude, I'm down. I mean, I can help you with some of the graphic design stuff too.
Cool.
For the Kickstarter, because that's very time consuming. But I have all the templates already made.
Oh, dope.
So I can just swap the art out with whatever art you want to use.
You got the PSD files?
Yeah, I got everything ready. Cool. So it's for mine. Just got to change the art and the font, and it's like take 2 seconds.
Awesome.
So much quicker than doing it all again by hand, because that was such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I'll show you what I got working for. Hopefully, now when you did. Is that vegan, gluten-free, pasture-raised coffee, though?
I'm none of those things. Yeah. I hope not. Although, you know what? I do like pasteurized milk.
I think it says pasture-raised.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. This is good coffee, though.
This is the Ethiopian. It is Ethiopian, though. So.
Yeah.
But it's fair trade, you know, which is awesome.
That's actually one of the. So there's 2 things that you should. The coffee and chocolate. Getting those fair trade is definitely a difference in flavor.
See, okay, can you explain to us what that is? Because like I know that it's good to do it, but I may be a little bit of a flake when it comes to knowing exactly what that means.
All right, so I'll take it down real. I'll shrink it real quick.
Will the preamp be fair trade?
Yes, it will actually. Basically, the premise behind a fair trade product is that the people that are doing the work, the laborers, farmers, the growers, all the people that are like actually doing the stuff, they get paid a wage that would be comparable to if they were doing it in like the country you're shipping it to.
Okay.
And that alone is reason enough to do it, because it actually shows what a scam like Nestle is, because it's an extra 50 cents for a fair trade chocolate bar, but the people that make it are making like 6 times the amount.
Right.
So you realize how much money is being siphoned away to like CEOs.
And that's kind of my problem with the way things are set up. Or, you know, that globalization is supposed to cure, I suppose. But, you know, it's like, why are we... I just can't stand that, you know, that whole idea of clothes being made in another country and then buying them here at the Gap or wherever for, like, this insane markup.
Of course.
And it's just like, why are we still going to these corporations? Like, can't we go direct... Now that we have the internet and time and space has been condensed, like, can't we just go directly to the place making this stuff and...
That would be ideal.
Cut out the middleman.
I mean, you'd save a lot of money, and you'd be giving money directly to people who work.
It's just the whole thing just seems like such a scam, because it was one thing if people are getting fair wages, right?
Sure.
And stuff is being made here, and we're
paying. But they're obviously not.
But they're obviously not. They're exploiting people to make cheap stuff, and then shipping it here for us to buy, and it's like...
They did some calculation where it was like, if every single part of the iPhone was assembled and made in the U.S., you'd barely be paying any more, which demonstrates how much of a markup it is, because the workers that are making these things in Foxconn or whatever are being paid a hilariously tiny amount of money. Yeah. So, you know, if you had to deal, if you were paying people like union wages in the U.S. and you still barely had to mark the price up, that's just an evidence that, like, what's his name, CEO of Apple, is just diving into a Scrooge McDuck pile of gold coins every night. And just backstroking.
He's got a through the I told you I figured out what Steve Jobs, not Steve Jobs, what Tim Cook makes.
Tim Cook.
Per hour.
Oh, I don't even want to know. Well, yeah, tell me. I do want to know. But
so Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, per hour makes $60K.
That's depressing. He makes twice as much as I make in a year.
Same here.
In an hour.
In an hour. I'll do that guy's job for a day, and I'll be set for the rest of my fucking life. Well, for
one day a year. That's already twice as much as I'm making. I'd be fine with that. I'd work half a day. I'd work 12 to 4. Yeah. Does Does that indicate a lack of motivation on my part, or just being realistic? Because I know that I can live on that amount of money. So.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy that that's how much he makes?
Yeah, that's
man.
horrific.
It's insane, man. Yeah, I figured it out because like he makes an obscene amount, and then it's just like, so you know.
I can hear like the Internationale playing in the back of my head right now.
Yeah, right. No, we went down some that all came out of pasture raised.
This always happens with us.
Yeah.
This always happens with us. We always want to talking about this.
Yeah.
It's like
because that's $1,000 a minute. Oh my god. Oh my god. What?
That's horrible.
That's insane. Oh my god. I mean, I'm all for people who, making a good, decent wage, but that's like insane.
Don't care if you make a lot of money. There's literally no way that Tim Cook works 600,000 times harder than the guy
I know, right? Than the guy putting the things together at Foxconn.
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh, man.
I'm sure he works hard, but that's bullshit.
I telecommute from my yacht.
Speaking of yachts, everyone needs to watch this. You may have seen it already. This guy, Wyatt Koch, have you seen this shit?
No.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Wyatt Koch is the weird-looking fail son of one of the Koch brothers or whatever. Super billionaire dude. And he designed a bunch of shirts. And the shirts are like button-down short sleeves that have like stupid prints on them, like money bag print or like whatever.
He like
print.
designed these, right?
Yeah, he designed these shirts. And he does a commercial where he is in the commercial, the least photogenic, telegenic human in existence, who's just like, these shirts are great for the boardroom or the yacht. And I'm like, they are bad for both. They're terrible for any circumstance. Look them up. They're so funny. And the unearned confidence of a kid born a billionaire to think that he could be in that commercial and sell these shirts is so funny. You gotta look them up. It's incredible.
Oh wait, Catface. If Tim Cook dropped his loose change and spent 10 seconds picking it up, he'd have earned $166. Oh my god, that's $16 a second. It's literally not worth his time to stop and pick up a $10 bill on the ground. Oh my god.
But you know what? I bet he would. I bet Tim Cook would stop and pick up that $10 bill, like, just so that another person wouldn't have it. I'm being mean to Tim Cook. I have no idea.
Tim Cook seems like a decent human being, but that's just insanity.
I have no idea, but I am making fun of him.
But yeah, that's just crazy.
I apologize for nothing.
I'd hire him to drop money in front of me for $1 a day.
That would be incredibly funny.
Man, this is too funny.
That's why I buy everything from thrift stores now.
Really?
Yeah, this is from a Goodwill.
Really? Is that a Sperry? What is that?
I have no idea, but it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it at a Goodwill in Long Island, I think. There's some good ones down there.
Yeah.
My brother's 10 years younger than me. He's like an obnoxious little 17-year-old, 18-year-old soon. Actually, he's 18 now, and he's like a sneakerhead, so he knows all the best Goodwills to find like
vintage sneakers.
Yeah, vintage clothes that are cool or just good clothes in general. And I just get a list from him whenever I visit my parents, so I can get whatever I need.
Yo, can you tell us the story about him like changing his phone over, or is that like
is that
too personal?
I can tell you like this much. He got in trouble. He's
the
actually
story is
great.
hilarious. I don't know what. I don't know.
He's great. He got in trouble.
I just think this is hilarious.
He got in trouble once because there were some incriminating texts on his phone, and he decided to let my mom transfer all of his phone contacts over for him because he was like going to a party.
It was like super incriminating.
They were like not actually bad.
Oh, okay.
Like it was nothing like illegal or bad or anything. It was just like typical teenager stuff. And
because he was like too lazy to.
He was too lazy to do it himself. Yeah. It was really funny. He's great.
So these guys are saying, "Oh man, all the gear I would buy if I was rich." Yeah, right.
For real.
I actually scored a Harmony archtop from the 50s. Wow, that's awesome at a Goodwill.
Cool.
Yeah, sometimes you can find some stuff at Goodwill.
There's some good stuff at Goodwill, it's true.
And I think there's a bunch of websites that you could, I think maybe shopgoodwill.com or something. There's like, I mean, I'm sure you guys know about this. There's websites, I don't know, do you know, there's like auction websites for Goodwill?
I didn't know that.
They put up like 4 tracks and you can bid on it, and then, because some people, email me once in a while and say, hey, I found this 4-track, what do you think? And it's like a Goodwill listing. And it's like the only thing with those is that, you know, you can't test them. They're just somebody donated
Right,
it.
yeah, you have no idea how good.
That's amazing that you found it at
That's pretty
Harmony
sick.
Archtop. Could I have a minute of your time? Yeah, but it'll cost you $1,000. One of every Boss Right Rickenbacker. Man, you guys got some good taste.
That's good stuff.
Nice.
I get everything though at those places though, and it's just I don't know. I feel like I've never had a bad experience at those places. And
right.
If I do buy stuff from places, I always wait for a sale. Even though I'm not really cheap or anything. It's just like why. What's the difference? Because I don't care if things are new at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
I really just care if things fit well.
Right. Even with the video games. Like, I play video games. I always wait until like a year after they're out so I can get them for like $20. Right. Because I'm never like, I'm not like a hype beast. I'm not like, oh, I gotta get this game. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a certain personality, you know?
Sure.
Same with like phones and all the latest tech.
I always wait a year for a phone.
Some people are like, oh my god, I gotta get the new one immediately. And yeah, I'm just like, I have an iPhone SE, and I'll probably have it for 5
I actually
years.
like getting the phone that just got outdated.
You're right. That's the best value, really.
Yeah, because it's still new because they release phones every like 8 months, so it's like you never need to really worry about it.
That's smart. Wii systems and games are dirt cheap now.
Oh, dude, totally. You can get like really good Wii games and GameCube games for nothing, and you can get like a Wii on eBay for hilariously low amount of money. I don't even know anymore, but I got one for $20 at a yard sale with a bunch of games included, including Super Smash Brothers, which is awesome.
What?
Yeah, it was incredible. One of the best GameCube games ever.
Yeah, that's a fun game.
It's so good. I've been playing this is totally off topic. I've been playing Wind Waker again.
Oh yeah?
Which is my favorite 3D Legend of Zelda. Oh my god, so good.
PC is greater than console.
That's accurate, but I am not into games enough for it to matter. The only PC games I play are like old real-time strategy games and like shit like that. So like Rome Total War, which can run on like anything now because it's not that great. StarCraft, Age of Empires.
StarCraft, I mean, that's classic.
The first StarCraft. I haven't played the second one really that much.
You ever play Morrowind?
Morrowind? Hell yeah, dude. Morrowind is so good. I want them to do another Elder Scrolls game as good as Morrowind.
Lo-fi recording and video games, I feel at home here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, John, that's awesome. Estate sale, he scored a 1956 Gibson ES 125. Oh my god, that's like
$150? Are you kidding?
That's like at $2,000, at least $2,000.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That's awesome.
What's a steal, dude?
That's that's maybe even more, man. That's a really nice guitar.
No doubt, no doubt.
That's what it is. It's like there's still people who are just too lazy to check. I got a phase.
It is more work to play the game like that and like look for come-ups and stuff. So I can understand that if you're not motivated to do that, or if you have the money, like buy new. I don't care. But I'm totally into like the finding the deals. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun for me.
It's fun. Yeah.
Like that's fun. I think that Luke actually got me into that lifestyle.
Well, if he's
my brother
a sneakerhead, yeah.
My brother he's so smart with that stuff. I mean, he turned like a birthday present of one pair of nice shoes into like an entire collection of shoes by just like strategically buying and selling stuff on eBay. And he's got like a whole closet full of dope shoes and stuff. Yeah. And I don't really, I mean, like
it's all about the hunt. That's right.
I do like shoes, but like you can apply that logic for anything. I don't use it for shoes, but
right.
Well,
that's what my buddy Greg used to do too. When eBay in like the 2000s, I remember in high school he used to buy.
Who's Too Rare?
That's Surfing.
Word, I'll look you up because I play some Steam games. Silly Sod, you got it, man.
Yeah. So, my friend Greg Fowler used to buy lots, and you can do this with pedals too. You know, buy a lot of pedals. He used to buy a lot of PlayStation games with a PlayStation. Keep the console or sell the console if it was in good condition.
Yeah.
Keep the games, and he basically would get all his games for free. And then when he was done with them, he'd sell the games. And the guy would, you can make some money. I don't know if there's as many lots out there as you can find anymore. Because at one point I was looking through pedal lots and things.
I feel like eBay has
there was
a golden age of eBay when it was like literally a garage sale.
Yes.
You can get all kinds of cool shit.
And then people started selling things.
Now it's kind of become just a store.
Right.
And there's still good stuff on it, but you gotta hunt more.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, once in a while. I mean, sometimes people just want to get rid of stuff, and they're like, you know what? I need to just like unload this.
Yeah,
I'm not
totally.
concerned about
My
the price.
closet is bursting with.
Or hey, and it's like, hey, I gotta make some quick money or something.
Sure.
Yeah. Or hey, I just inherited all this stuff from somebody, and I don't know what it is. I don't care. I just need it out of here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I do check eBay first and look for something, whether it's games or gear or whatever.
Right.
I got my ukulele on eBay, and that was a steal. Yeah. It's like a $30 ukulele.
Oh yeah.
And it's about 6 years old. I've taken it all over the world, like just shoved it into backpacks.
Not even care.
Don't even care, but it still sounds great, and like it's never had a problem with it. So
I think that's the beauty too of getting stuff on the cheap is you don't have to worry about it. Yeah. That's my whole thing too is like I don't like to get. I don't know. I don't like to be worried, especially for something like that. If you're traveling with it, it's like if you lost it. Yeah, it might nostalgia.
It's got sentimental value, but it's only $30.
It's only $30. Like worst case scenario, you'll be able to snag another one.
I actually traded. PS2 was great. Yeah, PS2 was a super good system.
Yeah, you can play. Somebody was saying up here, and I didn't know this.
I want to play the Skywind, dude. I've heard of that, but I.
A nerd is a nerd of every medium.
Exactly. Is it out yet? Is Skywind out yet? Because that sounds amazing.
You can play Wii. All the oldest Wii will play GameCube games?
Yeah, every week we play GameCube games.
So GameCube predates Wii?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was one before it.
Okay.
GameCube had so many amazing games on it, and I feel like it got crapped on because it didn't have the graphics of the Xbox.
Yeah.
Wii? Or No, GameCube.
Oh, GameCube.
GameCube was out during like the first Xbox and PS2 phase.
Okay, so it was like contending with them.
It was contending with them.
Or supposed.
Sure, but there was like people were like, oh, it doesn't have good graphics, it's not as powerful, and that's accurate, but it had Luigi's Mansion, which was hilariously addictive. Super Smash Bros, all the Mario Karts on that system were incredibly good. That
was the system with the little discs.
Little mini discs, yeah. And it had it had Wind Waker, which was such a good Zelda game.
I mean, the Zelda games I feel like they're just like always on point.
They're so much fun.
Twin was saying, or no, was it Twin? No, Too Rare. Surfing was saying he recently found his old Nintendo 64 running through Ocarina of Time with only 3 hearts and no shield.
What a badass!
That's
Are you kidding?
Awesome.
That's hard.
I mean, and that also just goes to the what is that called? Like the.
Yeah, Twilight Princess and Metroid Prime, so good. Metroid Prime is super underrated. Super Hat Bros. Dude, we should make a little game of Justin with his hat, just like hitting bricks.
That would be awesome.
Be so fun.
Like some JavaScript. I mean, that's just a testament to these games how great they are. If you go back,
they're still good.
Them, and
But like, no one's gonna remember some of these super high polish, beautiful looking games that are just not as endearing over time. Like I recently tried to replay that Rome game, Rise, and it's already incredibly boring.
Yeah.
And
it's one of those free games with gold, right?
Yeah, it's only 2 years old or whatever, and it's like already super boring. But I could reboot, Majora's Mask today, and it would still be incredibly fun.
Right. Well, that's the thing too. I mean, look at all the games. I've been getting into games of. I've been playing. What is that game? Lost.
Me and my buddies beat ass today. That sounds terrifying.
Twin said it's not out yet. There's also a Sky Oblivion, which is Oblivion.
Oh, cool. Oblivion was fun. Like, it had a lot of weird quirks and like issues with the dialogue and stuff, but that game was really fun. It was very endearing. It was wacky.
Yeah, I mean, I've been getting into a lot of the new retro games. Like I've been playing Enter the Gungeon, which is sick.
Oh yeah, that's like a great new trend.
Yeah,
I love that stuff.
I've been playing this other game that came out. It started out as I think just like a Java game on PC, and then they've made it. I think I told you about it. It's like Lost Lands or something.
I heard about this.
I can't think of the name of it, but it's literally like a 2D platformer. You ride on a horse as a king or a queen.
Cool.
There's like a couple different characters you get. You give people coins, but it's like such an addicting game. It gets harder as it's going on, but it's a 2D platformer.
Word.
I got Axiom Verge, another 2D platformer. It's like a Metroid, Mega Man.
That one's kind of like kind of reminds me of Metal Gear or Metal Slug.
Oh yeah. Metal Slug is like that's like one of my favorites.
That's such a good game.
I'm just a 2D platformer at heart. I mean,
Mike's incredible at platformers.
Thanks,
though.
man.
I suck at them. Like I got Cuphead.
Oh,
recently.
Cuphead, yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Cuphead is dope. Super Hat Bros, where you collect cookies. Oh my god.
Cookies make you bigger.
Cookies. That's good stuff. Hey, that's my wife on there right now.
You better walk the dog.
I already did.
What? Hey, Steph.
Hey, Steph.
I think it's our first female.
It might be, yeah. Molly.
Oh wait, no, Jen was here. Hey,
hi.
Steph.
Molly had fun. I took her up to Rail Trail. She's stepping on the ice like this, because it breaks under her feet.
Yeah. So
And
she was like kicking
and
it.
every time she falls through it, she's like, looks at it. It's so good. That's my dog, Molly.
Yeah, what kind of? Tell us about what kind of. Oh, Jay's. All right, later, Jay.
Later, Jay.
I think he said he's going. All right. He's got to build some speakers today.
Steph, aren't you supposed to be working, not watching YouTube streams? Hell yeah.
He's
Molly's
talking
the
about
best.
Molly. Yeah, it's
Molly's
it's a
my
Molly
dog.
station.
It's
Yeah.
a Molly
What
station.
kind of dog is Molly? I'm gonna just grab my book over here.
Yeah, go for it.
Dude, give us a primer on Molly.
Molly is a Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix, and she's really cute. And she's about this big. It's very little.
Dog bro.
And dog bro. Dog sis. And she is awesome and super funny. And I would bring her here, but her and Catbro always get into fistfights. So,
well, we should really say Catbro.
Catbro
It's
always,
pretty one-sided.
It's pretty one-sided. Molly runs away every time the old Catbro comes into town.
She literally hides when...
here's a
oh
picture
yeah,
of
get a
Molly.
pickup there.
That's my
Molly.
dog. She's very sweet.
Catbro, attack! The people want a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks, bro.
Tim, so Stego just logged on. What's up, Steve? I've been working on that mix, by the way. He said, what do you think of the preamp pedal? I mean, you haven't really heard it
She's
yet,
cute.
but what do you think?
You know what's funny, dude? I almost like this incredibly grungy looking
Dude, that's what I was thinking
prototype.
too. What
It's
if we
really
just
cool.
what if we went the opposite direction instead of making it like, I don't know. What if we just made it really no frills and like...
That would be a fun... The thing about Kickstarter is cool is you can do different tiers of support. So you could do like...
We could do some handmade ones.
You could do like...
Well, they're all handmade, but...
You could do a tier that's
a good
the Garage Band tier, and it looks like this.
Right.
It's like literally just metal and Sharpie.
And we could literally like make a tier of just this prototype and say, I mean, this is my prototype. I just want to let everybody know, but we could literally make a tier that was like, I don't know, however much money for this, because this is like the first ever one.
Yeah.
So we could make it's like a 1 out of 1 thing, right?
Yeah,
Reward
1 out of 1.
Right.
Yeah. You could do
like,
that.
You could do that. You could do one that's like above the regular priced one, and say, hey, oh yeah, the Hapro limited edition. Yeah, we were talking about the PCB board. It's like the little circuit board.
Yeah.
You can make like designs on it, and we're gonna make a picture of one. We're gonna probably put like Mark Hatbro on there.
Put
like,
Justin's hat on it.
Put his face on
that'd
there.
be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
You
could do some cool stuff. People are into that though. Like I did I did a Kickstarter a couple years ago.
That's what I wanted to hear about. Was like,
I did a Kickstarter a couple years ago of a game that I developed. It was a tabletop game, no, not a video game. I don't know anything about computers. But it was just a card game, and the base pledge was like $30, and you got the whole game. It was a lot of cards and like little chips and everything, and the rules. But I had a special tier.
Chits, right? You said
Chits.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I thought you said chips.
I don't know. I meant to say chits.
Well, I just think because like we had a joke about that, like chit, because I thought it was chips, but then you were like, no, it's chits, and I was like,
chips
never
are
heard
for
of chits.
poker. Chits are like the cardboard cutouts.
Right.
I mean, whatever.
No, I just think it's funny. It's a funny like delineation. You know? It's
yeah.
like such a nerd thing to be like, wait.
Actually, they're called chits, and they're very different than chips. Yes, so I kickstarted that, and it did really well, and it funded in like 48 hours. But because it was a cool game, and I got it done because all the art was public domain. I didn't have to hire an artist, honestly.
This is it right here. Right?
Yeah, that's it. Actually, go to the Kickstarter page. It should still be up.
Yeah, I think I was actually looking at it the other day. We should
probably just link it to it.
Yeah, just for like, so we give these guys a frame of reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could buy it.
Dude, you fucking crushed that.
Yeah, I probably overfunded by like 4 times. I had a small goal, which is...
Right. I mean, that's the way to go.
This is my first full, like, real game, so
This is Tim's game, if you guys want to check it out. His Kickstarter game.
Take the pewter monopoly hat and make the knobs out of it.
What? John Paul, that is amazing.
That is an incredible idea.
That is amazing.
Oh my god, how funny would that be?
Keeping the pedal prototype looking is quite a cool idea. There's a pedal company called Spaceman Effects. They sent out a prototype pedal with no artwork or instructions, the secret mission pedal. That's cool.
That is a really cool idea.
I know what it is, yeah.
But I think it's a cool tier you could do. So what I got distracted. Sorry. So in the Kickstarter, there's 2 tiers of game. There's one that's like a very basic, no frills version with like all the coins are made of paper. They're not fancy. There's a base version, which is like the nice sort of put together one. And then there's a hilariously overpriced $120 special edition where you get 2 copies of the game, but you get to name one of the characters in the game after yourself. And those, I think they sold out.
Right. I got 3 backers, yeah.
So,
that's
people
crazy.
like the personalization, and they like that cool stuff that you can kind of be a part of the process. So, it'd be kind of neat. You should have like a huge pledge where somebody can put their own art on it.
Yeah.
Get like a special edition where it's like, oh, you can put like a photo or art or whatever on there yourself.
That's a good idea, man. I wanted to brainstorm with you because I know that because you're somebody I know. I think the only person I know, that has a Kickstarter that was extremely successful, and the back end of what it takes to do this.
Yeah. It's not as hard as you think.
Yeah, I have mine here. I don't think I can show it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you can.
I started like messing around.
Oh, you probably can't show it to the public because it's not. It's just a draft.
Right. I think this is.
But Kickstarter's like a game. You gotta play it a certain way, and you gotta gamble because you're gambling. Like you want to meet that goal, and keep people engaged the entire time. Oh, 2,000 is super reasonable. You could do that.
That's 10 pedals.
You could do
the
that.
pedals are 200 a pop.
You could definitely make that.
But that's the only pledge level we have right now is the pedal. So it's like I don't know what to go.
I'm saying you could do a cheap do a cheaper version where it's just the prototype type style. You could do
that's a great idea.
Yeah, with no art, nothing fancy, just Sharpie.
Yeah.
You could do a pledge for the actual one, for this one.
Yeah, I know. But I want this one. See, maybe if we just make it like an obscene thing that no one will ever buy.
Yeah.
If they do buy, okay.
Like $5,000.
Yeah. Right, because I really want this. Well, that's what I mean. If somebody was wanting to give us $5,000, obviously they could have it. But I just like the idea of having the prototype for myself, just because it's, I don't know, it's fucking cool.
It is cool.
But yeah, that's a good idea though. I definitely will, because we're gonna make a couple more prototypes. We're gonna have like a V2. We're working on a prototype that's gonna be landscape designed. So that's something else.
Oh, that'd be cool.
We have a couple different. That's the other thing too. We have a couple different types of artwork. So it's kind of like, 424,000. That's a good
424,000. Oh my god.
That would be hilarious. Yeah.
That's the ultimate grift. You just need one person to do it, and then you're set for life.
And then I'm like, all right. then I still need. So wait, 60, and then I make pretty much the amount that Tim Cook makes in a day.
Don't say it like that. It's depressing.
I know.
I think we got some comments.
Maybe Tim Cook will buy the 424,000.
Maybe he's a gearhead, dude. You never know.
Oh, we got some. Yeah, let's go back to the comments. Sorry.
I think I saw some stuff popping up.
Wait, there's another. Gonna need a Catbro edition too. Maybe Friskies will sponsor it.
Yeah, that'd be fun, dude. You never know.
I got a 404 error on that Kickstarter. Weird. Oh, weird. All right.
That's weird.
I think one of the guys linked it. One of the moderators. Let's see.
Try that one.
Twin. No.
Oh, well, it is an old...
That's so weird, though.
It is an old Kickstarter, but we could find it.
Yeah, we'll find it. Let's see.
We'll get it up there.
What's weird is that
You can't buy it on the Kickstarter anyway, so...
Wait, I googled Aave...
Yeah, Aave Kickstarter.
So maybe if these guys just Google that.
It's
the
first
thing. That's so weird. All right, so look, we'll just tell them that. Yeah, I mean, you can't buy it on there. You can buy it on GameCrafter, I think.
You can get it on GameCrafter still. It's probably
just to give them a frame of reference as to what we were doing. Yeah, if you Google Aave Kickstarter, it's the first.
It's the first one.
It's the first one.
It's really just it's not that important, but it's just
it's just a frame of reference.
A frame of reference for like what a Kickstarter that won the game.
Yeah, oh, that's a good point, Catface. They said
always keep that in mind. I wound up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like there's so many things to think about with it.
I can send you my.
Thank you guys. I appreciate your help on this.
So y'all know now.
$2,000 for the prototype pedal. Job done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That would be a good idea. Just say this is $2,000 because then that's like they'll fund it if somebody buys it.
Y'all know that I'm a scientist. So when I did the Kickstarter, I made an incredibly detailed Microsoft Excel spreadsheet that you could type in. It had automatic calculations so that you could type in the pledge levels and it would automatically calculate the amount of money you'd get and how much you need for shipping, and then it would subtract the Kickstarter cut and give you your profit automatically.
Right.
Because I just did all the math, and then you just put the numbers in and it would work itself out. So I could use that to work out the percentage that I would need to charge for it to be worth anybody's time to actually make this game.
Right.
But if you don't do that, you will wind up failing horribly and wind up with no money at the end.
Right.
So you got to do the math.
Well, we know that in order to make it worth it to do, we have to make at least batches, like a batch of 10 because of the parts and ordering the parts and screening stuff.
Yeah, that's important. Bulk pricing, you got to figure it out.
There's a couple people on here, interested, and then we have a couple people locally interested, and I mean 10. I think 10 is completely reasonable as like an amount to sell. So. Has been more hype than anything that was at NAMM. NAMM's the big, it's like the big music show.
Sure.
Yeah, so thanks, Twin. Yeah, this was a completely unintentional hype session of this panel. But I also did want to ask Tim about this. Because Tim, I was going to hang out with Tim today anyway, and we were going to probably talk about this, so this is kind of cool that we can hang out. And also get some your guys' ideas. Yeah, I mean, I love Surfin/2Rare's idea of the $424,000 prototype. Get one to Tad and Albini. Yeah, we're gonna get one out. I think that was actually an idea we have, is sending one out to Tad and getting his take on it.
Oh, that's super important too. Find people who will review it for you.
Yeah.
I got 3 professional reviews before I even produced the game, so that if they gave me any advice, I could tweak it.
Now, did you get those before you kickstarted?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So maybe it's actually a good thing that the Kickstarter needed to do this. Did you have to do a review process when you did your Kickstarter?
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I never remember that being a case. But
it's not hard. It just needs to. They just need to determine.
4,240. Yeah.
Yeah. $4 million.
$4 million.
$1 million. No, you gotta. They need to check to make sure that it's like a real product.
Yeah.
Because the Kickstarter has to be for a thing, or like an event. It can't be just like I need money. That's like GoFundMe.
Well, I also heard that there's a lot of stuff. Oh, that's a good idea. Launch the Kickstarter on 4/24.
That'll give you some time.
I mean, we have all the specs for it done. We have pretty much the PC boards we got to get and test them out. But I mean, we have the working prototype.
April.
We have the art.
April is strategically the best time to launch Kickstarter because tax returns come in.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's got a little extra spending money.
It's just that we've been hyping it so much the past couple days. It just seems like we got to get it.
Nope.
No?
Take your time.
All right.
Take your time. Because
that's a good point, Cafes. Have some lead time to ship it to some people.
Always give yourself more time than you think. Because Aave was done December the year before I did the Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember playtesting that with you like crazy.
Yeah, we playtested constantly. But that game was done in December, and I didn't do the Kickstarter until April. Because I needed all that time to get reviews, because people take their time when they do reviews. Yeah. They don't want to rush. I did podcast interviews about it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you did your homework.
You gotta do the rounds.
You made sure you did. Yeah.
It's not like it's cheating or being a hype freak. It's just you want to get the best possible product when the time comes.
It's like we have, because I mean, it feels like we've been thinking about this for a long time, and unveiling it. And I've been wanting Jay to make me this thing pretty much since I met Jay a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but you're right though. We should really take the time. I mean, I really want to make just the Kickstarter really nice in terms of the graphics and everything, and I pretty much did the whole thing yesterday. It took a while. The idea was yesterday to like kick it off on the stream, but now I don't know. Now I'm starting to rethink, like, because we could do some other types of things with this. Like you said, do a Sharpie version, a Garage Rock version, do the official version, do the prototype version.
Yeah, and all you need is really one element that'll tie them together so that it's like clear that they're a set.
Yeah.
You know,
and maybe there could be a level where you get all three or something.
Sure,
you get
absolutely.
2 of them.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool because that's save on shipping.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you can think about when you're doing, because Kickstarter is like the best way to engage with an audience that you're doing something with.
Yeah.
Because it's not a store.
Yeah.
It's a collaborative
It's literally
process.
saying, look, I want to make this. I think you guys would like to make like something like this. Let's do this together.
Absolutely, especially when you've got people who are into the collaborative effort.
Right.
Which
well, look at all these great ideas. I mean, that's what. There's so many great ideas that come out of this community. It's insane.
That's actually why Kickstarter's great for musicians and for games, because they're both audiences of really creative people.
Yeah.
And they want to be part of the process.
Right.
I don't want to sound too self-congratulatory, but it's true. Like,
congratulations.
Yeah, it's true that these two communities I'm part of. Yeah, these 2 communities that I'm part of are amazing and perfect. It's true.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a testament, though, to the communities. You know, like gaming community is always so supportive, and this community based around the niche of the 4-track recording and lo-fi recording. Like,
yeah, absolutely. It's funny because I feel like it's really similar.
It's like one of the most rewarding experiences I've ever had as a creative person.
When I was working on that game, people were just so pumped to help make it better.
Yeah.
And no one wanted to like steal your idea.
Yeah,
like,
it was more
no one wanted to like to step on your toes.
Yeah.
When they gave advice, it was always really solid, good advice. Like, constructive criticism. Like, have you considered? You know, I went on a podcast. Actually, it's a really good podcast. It's onboard games. And the host of that show, it was like a fluff interview. Like, but everyone play Java. It's great. But after the interview was over, we just chatted for like an hour. Me, and the 2 hosts about just what we can do to really tighten it up even more.
That's awesome.
And it was great. Just advice that you couldn't pay for, and it was free. Like,
right.
It's awesome stuff.
And with people who are extremely passionate enough to have a podcast about it.
They're both game designers too.
And it's like, that's what I mean. It's like, who else would be better to, you know, get this sort of advice from?
I mean, everyone in this channel is incredibly knowledgeable.
That's why we've also just been like, you know, pumping it on the live stream, showing it off. Like, Jay is, I mean, that's why he's a wizard, you know, because like he knows more about this stuff than I think I'll ever think I could imagine to ever know about it. You know what I mean? Like, he knows stuff that it just right over my head, and then it would take me years to learn it, and I'm just like, you know what, I want to just do what I do with this, make me this. So it's like, I feel like he has...
Yeah, too true.
Yeah, too true. But yeah, it's like, that's great, man. It's like, and then Will is on board with the art, like he's, you know, from the UK, he's been moderating the channel stuff, and I'm sure Tape Op will be interested in the pedal too. They do. That's a great idea, Cat.
That's cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
We're gonna have to. Maybe we should make up some prototypes and.
Dude, make like 5 prototypes.
Yeah.
Ship 4 of them to different people. And be like, how do you feel about this? Like, here's a picture of what the art will eventually look like, just to give you an idea, and let us know.
We have a couple contacts and people that we think would be down for doing that, like Tad Doyle out in Seattle. Witch Ape Studio. He's got, you know, Jay sent him a couple pedals in the past, and I don't know if Tad's watching this right now, but if you are Tad, we're going to be probably sending you the prototype, so we haven't really talked about it, but, you know, I'm sure he'd be down for doing it, and, you know, just getting some other people's take on the pedal, and also just, you know, and showing it off to the community and showing it off to the TascFam, you know, because, I don't know, it's like really, I feel like that's what I said in the Kickstarter, it's really, the pedal is really the essence of the channel, you know, which sounds so corny, but
it's true.
You know, I feel like it's like the perfect extension of what I'm doing as an artist and personally with the videos and building the community building in a physical version that you can get. So, you know,
I totally agree. Yeah. Too rare. Hey Tim, check out The Fall of Magic, designed by Ross Kalman of the band Fall of Electricity. It's a role-playing board game. You'd probably dig it. Oh, dude, that sounds sick.
That sounds cool.
Fall of Magic. Cool.
That'd be a cool channel or podcast. I mean, I don't know how often people do that.
I mean, I'd be down to
some sort of band.
We should actually stream our next D&D sesh.
That'd be funny.
I'm sure that people would be into that.
Yeah.
Because everyone.
Hey Matt, what's up?
Actually, everyone except for Anya in our D&D campaign. Anya is Bill's wife. She plays the character that does the most killing in our party. Everyone but her has been on the channel before, so it'd be a little reunion.
Yeah, and like I want to get those guys on here. You know, it's like that was kind of my idea with the whole Coffee with Mike thing. Is days like today just worked out again. Like last week, like you know I have jury duty, and it was canceled today. So I'm lucky enough that you were here. It just was so serendipitous. Everything with the channel is just serendipity.
Yeah.
These amazing coincidences. So.
Speaking of serendipity, do you want to give a quick summary of your D&D character? Because this is good stuff. Mike's D&D character is awesome.
Can you do it? Because I feel like I would.
Okay. Mike's D&D character is a dwarf cleric. His name is Wolf. First name Wolf. Last name Ryder. Wolf Ryder.
Wolf Ryder.
He is a cleric who believes in the gods, but isn't sure if the gods care about him. So he's kind of a nihilist. And he is the healer of the group and has saved my character's life hundreds of times.
Characters have a pretty funny relationship.
Yeah, my character... So he's like the straight man, and my character's the comic relief.
Exactly.
My character is named Gil, and he's a bard, and he plays a lute. And he tells like tall tales and lies about his exploits constantly. He's kind of like Gilderoy Lockhart from Harry Potter.
Yes.
He actually is terrible at adventuring, but every time he tells a story about it, he's like the badass hero, even though he almost dies constantly.
Right. My character kind of just like goes along with it, like, I don't know. It's like, it's not that he doesn't believe it, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm not really sure how...
I feel like he believes in the gods, but he just hasn't seen them help him enough to think that they care.
But I mean, like, in terms of your character,
sure.
You know, he's kind of like, it's not like he has any kind of animosity toward your character for being the hero. He's just kind of like, it's almost like he's so wrapped up in his own head that he's not really paying attention to your exploits of like, I'm the king, I'm like the hero of the king. Yeah. He's like, considers I don't know, I think they consider each other like pretty solid bros, but maybe, you know, Gil is a little bit of a, you know.
Yeah, Gil and Wolf have a good relationship. Gil and Lipnaughton, which is Anya's character, she thinks that he's a clown.
Right.
Which is accurate, to be fair. D&D is fun, y'all. Play it. Find a group of people.
Oh, he said, Skiz is back, Matt. He said, I just got the 95,000 now. I have explosive gas for the TascFam.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. We were just talking about that while you were away. We're just talking Kickstarter and just chilling, hanging out, talking games, talking Kickstarter.
Yep.
Because it's all kind of coming back into the same realm. So
yeah, it's all kind of related.
Well, because it's like you kickstarted the game or kickstarting the pedal, and then we're all just gamers, so... It's cool, man. It's
a lot of people who like games in the comments here. I'm pumped about that.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like that's what I'm saying. It's like I think Dave was saying he's like gaming and lo-fi recording. Like this is my place.
It is too rare. Fuck yeah.
I have a necromancer called Ricky Martin.
That was incredibly relevant in 1998, though. To be fair.
Oh, is the DM1 drum machine app only in 4.4? I can't change it to a waltz beat. Yeah, you know what? It might only be. I've never changed it out of 4.4.
All the Beagle Cowboy stuff is in 4.4, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I usually stay in pretty standard timing, but I'll have to look into that. I would say that see if you can change the steps. There may be a way to change the steps so that you can only do like 14 per beat, or I guess 3 if you want to change the waltz beat. That would be 3/4. So. I think there's a way to change it to maybe 6 out of 8. So maybe, I don't know. There's got to be a way to do it. I think there's a way to make it so it'll like only play 6 beats and then loop again. So I'll have to look into that, Cafes. I'll hit you up on email or something.
Yeah, that's good to know.
That's a good question though.
It's funny. I mean, that's the all those Beagle Cowboy songs are so straightforward and like.
Well, that's how we started playing. Because Tim, Tim is he backs me up and sings, and live, and that's how we remember we were playing with Pat at the record store. We played with the drum machine.
Sure.
That's a great app, the DM1.
It always sounds good.
Yeah, people always are like, this sounds great. I mean, right now I've been playing with Jay. We were playing with Chris. Like, we have great drummers at our disposal.
I love the DM1, but like when Chris like rips on those drums, it's like a different energy.
It's a great energy. Yeah. There's just something else to it. I mean, I just want to be able to play live with the bros, live with Hapro and Catbro, or just like solo, or so it works out. I think that rich guy from Apple must have disliked the stream.
He might have, yeah.
Oh, we had a thumbs down? I don't know.
Oh, no.
That's
yeah, dude, it's Steve, it's Tim Cook or whatever. Just every time his name gets mentioned, he gets like a ping.
Yeah, it's like a Google alert. So that's a good point. Smash that like button if you like this.
Smash that like button.
Because apparently Tim Cook's been downplaying our stream right now. Tim, do you mind if we ask you some questions? This is something I like to do on Coffee with Mike. This is only the second time we're doing it, but this is a book, Tribe of Mentors, by Tim Ferriss. I don't know why it says Timothy Ferriss, but you guys are both named Tim.
True, we're both named Timothy, actually.
Oh yeah, Timothy. Well, what's weird is the other book he put out before this says Tim Ferriss everywhere. This one says Timothy. It really bothers me.
I go by Tim almost always.
But it's so weird. It's like he's an author, and it's like, dude, just get your name straight. Are you Tim Ferriss or Timothy Ferriss? I mean, to be fair, this guy is
the only person who calls me
but...
Timothy is my mom. Right. If I or my sister.
Themistocles. What is it?
Timotheos.
Oh, why did I say Timotheos?
My uncle's name is Themistocles.
Oh, Themistocles.
Incredibly Greek. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I have a cousin named Athena, to give you an idea of how Greek I am. My family calls me Timothy. Timothy, hello. Timothy.
Are you making pasta, Timothy?
Show your father what you made.
Who wants Baileys?
Man, I love that Long Island accent.
Long Island. All right, so Tim.
What up?
So these are questions from this book. It's about just like asking world class. It says advice from the best in the world, and to me, Tim is the best of my world. So I want to ask him some questions from here.
It's incredibly flattering.
Smartest guy I know. That's what I always say. Whenever I don't understand something, I just ask Tim, and we have a little conversation like this where he just explains the world to me, and it's
chat about Kickstarter.
I always learn so much.
Global supply chains.
How did we get into that?
I don't know.
That's what I love. It's awesome, man. All right, so Tim, this is one of my favorite ones to ask, and I know that you were telling me that you were thinking about this. So I think this is a great question for you guys to think about too. And I asked Hapro this, and he had a great answer. But what purchase of $100 or less has most positively impacted your life in the last 6 months or in recent memory? My fans love specific. Well, this is what Tim says.
Oh, okay.
Tim Ferriss. My fans love specific brands and model, where you found it, etc.
This is gonna sound incredibly boring and lame.
Yeah.
But it's my boots.
Okay.
I think I have one. Okay.
You got one over there?
Yeah, I've left them right here. These are my boots. I love boots. These are Sperry's, and they are like a waterproof, fleece-lined work boot.
Those are nice, man.
And I do a lot of hiking, and I do a lot of work outside because I'm chasing bugs around.
Yeah, you're like hanging out in orchards and stuff.
I work in orchards and forests and all that. So these are solid. They were about $90, I think.
Yeah, perfect.
And they're really, really well made, like leather and fabric. So they just rock.
You like how you feel when you wear them.
They look good too. They got that cool like flannel print.
Yeah.
On the top there. Yeah, they're really solid boots.
Style, yeah.
This is my style is like a refined woodsman.
Right.
It's a hell of a boot. Because Sperry, they're known for their like water shoes or whatever, water boat shoes. But
that's what's weird about it.
It is such a good boot. Like, and I do like a good Timberland, but I feel like they're overpriced because the brand is so visible. And I like them
under 100.
I like how Merrells feel, but I hate how they look. They look like dad boots.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being a dad. Just dad boots are not my thing.
Twin said that's a nice looking boot.
Hell yeah.
Boot edition of the TascFam when?
Oh, LL Bean is so good, dude. And that return policy.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's always a great question, just because it kind of gets to the heart of a short-term, I think it's Tim Ferriss says, short-term reward, but also life's about the simple things, you know, and getting something like that. That's what Justin said too. His thing was a pair of gloves that he bought.
Yeah.
That helps him like, you know, put his firewood into his stove and helps him on the farm and stuff. And it's like, you know, it's something that protects him and something that is so simple, because I think that's what the most amazing thing. That's what I always say is the sweatshirt is like $20 or whatever. And
I don't even know if I'd recognize you without that sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just love it. I love the way it makes me feel, and it just cuts out all of the decisions that I have to make in the morning. I can just say, okay, no matter what, in the winter, I'm putting this thing on and feel great in it. I love the color. But it's just like one of those so simple things that can bring you so much pleasure in life. And
sure.
Life's about the simple stuff.
I've always been an advocate of enjoying pleasure, enjoying simple pleasures, even if they're like nothing to be anything huge, but like I don't like
this, to do that though. You know?
I know I don't like this austere lifestyle that people push. Like a lot of these self-help guys are just like, oh, what are you doing spending $20 on something fun? Like, stop that. Save that $20. Like, what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
It
you can't take it with you.
Like, yeah, this is a broader point. America has this thing where we're kind of like Calvinists in that we are obsessed with punishment and reward.
Yeah.
And we can't deal with like enjoying things for the sake of enjoying them. You have to deserve that thing. Like, have you ever watched a chocolate commercial? Chocolate commercials are always like, you've earned this piece of Dove chocolate because you worked hard. Why do you have to work hard to enjoy some chocolate? Just eat the chocolate. Be a person. Enjoy life. Yeah. It's so annoying to me. Like, you don't have to like suffer in the salt mines to enjoy anything. Yeah.
Indulge yourself, consumer.
Indulge. Oh, you've earned some indulgence. Like, no, just have a piece of chocolate.
If you want something, go do it. Go have it.
It literally hurts nobody to eat a piece of chocolate.
Well, I always feel guilty though. I mean, that's so funny. Like, well, can you explain what you mean with like the Calvinist view? Like, that's obviously a religion.
Yeah, like we have this like obsession with this idea that we are, even in a secular sense, we're just everything that's enjoyable in life has to be like
reward. Like
it has to be a reward for like
carrot
suffering.
And a stick.
You have to suffer before you can do anything fun.
Right.
And we wind up.
That's exactly what Justin's saying.
It's true.
We
like punish ourselves for like having any kind of fun or doing anything cool.
Yeah.
Which is so dumb. And like you don't live your life and have a good time, but don't hurt people.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't have to like feel bad about buying a $20 a $20 indulgence.
Yeah.
You know, like if you want to go out for like a really nice meal, like spend $50
that's what I said. You know, I said to myself, you know, what is an amount of money that if I just dropped it on the street, you know, it wouldn't hurt that badly, and I'd be like, that sucks, but I could get on with my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I always, because I used to do the same thing to me. I think I told you the story where my wife and I were hiking, and we walked past a Stewart's gas station, and I was like, oh, we should get a Gatorade. But then I was like, it's going to be $3 here. I'd rather go to the store and get it for $1, or, you know, we can get water when we get home. And it was like, the old me would have said, yeah, we got to wait till we get home, or we're going to go 10 minutes to the store. And, but instead, I was just like, the new me said, you know what, I'm just going to buy this because we want it now. Mm-hmm. It's going to bring us pleasure. We need it. We're like sweating.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's going to feel great.
Yeah.
It's going to feel way better than if you wait.
But so that's my new threshold is, like you said, the $20 thing. For me, like $20, if I lost a $20 bill on the street right now, I walked outside, lost it.
Yeah, like it would suck, but...
It would suck, but you know what? It wouldn't hurt my bottom line. That wouldn't end my world. Yeah. Maybe that goes, you know, and so now if I want something that's under $20, I just get it and don't think twice about it. Because I used to, for years, my whole life, really, I punished myself into thinking, I can't spend any money, I can't, you know, get something that's going to be good for myself. If I can get something for cheaper, I shouldn't go and buy it. If I can drink water, why am I getting a soda? Like, all this stuff, you know? Yeah.
I think that this is part of a deeper cultural problem, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's a deep cultural problem of as Americans, we are like, what would Tim Cook do? Tim Cook would buy Gatorade, the whole company, and then just destroy it out of spite.
We got some funny comments coming in here. He said, indulge yourself, consumer.
Oh, yeah.
You've earned your diabetes.
You have. Do it.
But if you do nothing but eat chocolate, you'll get fat. That's a good point, but we're saying, like, you know, it's okay to have a piece of chocolate without needing to suffer first.
Exactly. You don't need to torture yourself.
You don't need to like go run 10 miles and then have a piece of chocolate, or, you know, I don't know.
everything in moderation, obviously.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like we feel like we need to be punished before we can enjoy anything,
right,
culturally speaking. And this is like a deeper problem with consumer culture and with like late capitalism in general. Is we act like everything needs to be consumable, and we want to consume everything, but we feel bad about consuming anything at all.
Yeah.
So it's like either you can't have it all.
You can't have it both ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twin said, unless it's mixed with cocaine.
Dude, did I ever tell you the story about the time in New Paltz when someone tried to sell me chocolate laced with shrooms?
What? No.
Did I ever tell you this? We live in New Paltz, New York.
It sounds like something that would happen in New Paltz.
Of course. And a guy with braided sideburns. Like his sideburns were down to here, but he like put them in braids.
Yeah.
Which was weird.
Already a red flag.
Already a red flag. He came up to me on the street and he was like, on the street, like in Dare commercials, like that fake thing that never happens. He came up to me and he's like, "Hey man, you wanna buy some shrooms?" And I was like, I was like a little curious. I was like, "Oh, what do you have?" He's like, "Yeah, man, they're ground up and they're in this chocolate." And I'm like, "This is obviously fake, right?" Because like he's just gonna sell me chocolate for like $50 and there's nothing in it. So I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't need that. And he's like, yeah, I mean, you're gonna come back, don't worry. And he was like such a dick about it. And I was like, and then he just sat there like this, outside the bar. He's outside Snugs, obviously.
Yeah, Snugs.
And I was like, well, see ya. I'm not gonna buy mystery chocolate from a guy on the street.
From a guy with braided sideburns.
Yeah, I know. What the hell?
Well, who knows? Maybe that guy was a plant.
He was totally a cop. Yeah, he probably was a cop. He was probably a cop.
Nobody fucking says that to people. Like, hey man, you want to like buy this?
Actually, one time my buddy Mike Selden, who's a hilarious guy. I always use his full name. I don't know why. One of those people. He once got a Facebook message from a guy who was so obviously a cop. It's amazing. The Facebook message was, "Hello, Michael. I've heard that you deal marijuana." Period. I'm looking for a gram. Never met the guy. And Mike just sent back a photo of a cop. Yeah. He didn't even respond.
Oh my god. It's so weird.
It was very weird.
It's funny those little ones, those little chocolates are called fun size, so that is the size of fun.
Dude, a fun size chocolate bar is the one that's like that big.
Yeah, the Toblerone that you get at the
airport. Like the novelty Toblerone.
That's exactly why it's a $3 Gatorade.
Yep.
Just ask yourself, cafes, what would Tim Cook do? That's a good. I think it's like we should make bracelets like WW. What would TCD? WWTCD.
Tim Cook would do something really weird and like something that like a weird billionaire would do. Like he'd join a cult. He'd like burn a wicker man maybe on like his estate. He'd probably have like a dumb He'd probably have like a dumb performance art show that only he's allowed to watch. I don't know. What would Catbro do? Catbro would plant a field of Brussels sprouts and like nurture them through all the stages of their life. It's good stuff.
Oh, somebody put a little cop emoji.
Yeah, I'm
this cop.
I am a cop.
Everything in moderation, including moderation.
Oh yeah. Every now and then you gotta rage. Every now and then you gotta rage. It's true.
And it's like, I think that's a good, thinking like a billionaire. Yeah, if you want something, well, yeah, I don't know. Retract that. Or build a water park and run Gatorade instead of water, and then close it all once all the Gatorade in the world ran out.
Imagine how sticky you'd be.
Oh my god. I've seen mushroom chocolates before. They had them at the festival in West Virginia.
I'm
sure all comes back around. It all comes back around.
I am sure they exist, but I'm also like 80% sure that he was full of shit.
Yeah, he was totally a cop. I second that. That's the kind of thing that happens in Portland, Oregon constantly.
Yo, when I was in Portland, last time I was in Portland, I accidentally walked into a Death from Above 1979 concert.
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
I was at a bar and I just heard like above me, and I was like to the bartender, I was like, is there a band playing up there? He's like, yeah, some band called Death from Above. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I just went up, paid the $10 and wandered in there. It was amazing.
That's amazing.
It was such a good show. I caught the last half of it. I love Death from Above. They're so good.
Talk about serendipity.
That's Portland, though, in a nutshell. Like, they're just casually playing at some bar.
Oh, Will's here. He says, hello, Timothy.
What up?
Will from the UK. He's working on the artwork.
Hey, what's good, Will?
That's sick artwork that he made, right?
It was really cool, dude. Yeah, looks good.
What would Catbro do? Fun size candy bars. That's too small to be that much fun.
Agreed.
A friend of mine bought some on Silk Road years ago.
Silk Road, man. Does that still exist, or
I think it got shut down.
I think the guy who ran it tried to hire an assassin or something,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Wait, we were talking about this, right?
We were talking about
it. I think I was asking you about it. We were talking about the dark web.
Yeah, I think that the guy tried to hire a fake assassin who was in the FBI, and then he got himself in jail, arrested or something.
Right.
Which is kind of funny.
Are you a cop? Yo, it's Fun Size Will. What up, man?
Fun Size Will. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Will. Where can I peep that artwork?
I think we can screenshot it.
Yeah, I think I can screenshot it. I think I can, like, maybe if I just drag it in, right?
Possibly. Nope. That did not work.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me go. I gotta reload the chat, fellas.
Oh, sorry, y'all. Wait, no,
that's
it's right
okay.
there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure. I don't think we left, but
I don't think we lost anything, right? No, we're good.
Nah, we're good. Pop it out. Pop out the chat.
JPD. Fun Size Will sounds like a ska band. Oh man.
Fun Size Will. That's
good. That actually sounds like it would be a good ska band, unlike most in my opinion. That would be fun as hell.
Well, wait a second. Yeah. Yeah, Will, if you want to upload some of the art to the we'll upload the art to the forum at the prototype. What's your schedule today, Timmy? You gotta roll at some point?
Yeah,
oh, okay. I want to ask you some more questions.
I got some writing to do later, but nothing serious.
John Paul said, "Eat enough of them, and you'll be a fun size."
Hell yeah.
Fun size beyond. All right. Okay, we'll link the art there.
All right, cool.
Oh wait, it says can't
find it. Put it on the Facebook or something.
Yeah, I'll put it up on the Instagram or the forum or something. I mean, I don't understand. Wait, what is this thing?
That's emojis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't see how you can. I don't see if you can upload images or not. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I could literally just show like you did with Molly.
Yeah, I could do that, or we'll just put it on the Instagram later. It's good stuff.
Yeah. This is one of them.
Yeah, Will. That link's not working, but we'll just kind of keep it here.
This is you guys are getting some inside stuff. That's one of them. We have two versions. There's one that's what is that, portrait pedal style, and then we have one that's landscape.
Yeah.
Now the link's not working, Will. I'll just lift up my computer for the time being, and then we have this one too, which is the landscape one.
I like the landscape one a lot.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be going landscape mainly just because of the layout of the pedal. We want it to be sort of a kind of more of a desktop unit than a pedal board unit. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, like you were saying, maybe there's a way to do each one. I don't know. But yeah,
it is cool looking though. I like it a lot.
That's all Will right there. So Will, thank you so much. Will's bumping that artwork. Jay's working on the PCBs.
It's very minimalist.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. Was like just really simple and like
it's not covered in lightning bolts or whatever.
Right. Right. Yeah, we're trying to. I'll upload for discussion. Yeah, upload it to the forum, Will. It's 44recording.com/forum. I'm pretty sure all you guys are probably already forum members. So.
Word, yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got, Tim. I think this is a good one because you're such a positive dude. I think this might break your brain. How has a failure or apparent failure set you up for later success? Do you have a favorite failure of yours? And if you want to think about it, we can come back to
I am a very positive person. I think that's just natural for me. It's just genetic, I guess. I don't really have to work on that.
It's just that Greek.
It's just Greeks are very happy people unless they're talking about like political struggle, in which case they're all Nietzschean Untermensch and they just like want to complain a lot. But it must be that. But I think that being I'm a PhD candidate, so I failed dozens of times trying to get into different programs.
Oh, okay.
And applying and being rejected, and in one case I even got an interview and I didn't get a call back, which was
that was like must have been really like,
which was a bummer.
Yeah.
Even though I liked that program, but
was that the New York one?
That was the New York one, but
the New York's tough. It's tough. That's tough.
It was a very competitive field, and they were looking for a comparative biologist, not an entomologist. So I was a little bit outside my
your wheelhouse.
But it led me to Rutgers, which is an amazing program.
Yeah.
And
you seem really happy there.
And I love it, and everyone there is amazing. So if I had done the other program, I would be in a lab looking at a computer screen all day doing genetic analysis. But Rutgers, I get to go out in the field and collect stuff and go on cool trips and be active, which is way more my style anyway, and like collect live insects, which is a lot of fun. So I'm glad that I waited, because Rutgers came back really late with their answer, and if I had just, if I had gotten in somewhere else, I probably would have just said yes without waiting, and I would have missed my opportunity.
Right.
So that's probably
that's great.
That's probably
so it's because I think that's the thing about failures is that. Not to be cliche again, but blessing in disguise.
Yeah, that's true.
And it really like that is a perfect example of something that set you up for later success.
Yeah, literally did in this case. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Will, you peacing out, brother?
Yeah, Will.
Later, dude.
Later, man. Yeah, do something you want to do today, Will. That's a big thing I'm trying to really change in my life, because I went for so long doing stuff I didn't want to do and getting very depressed. So that's something I try to tell people every day now on the channel. I think it's really important, because I wish more people had. I wish I had somebody telling me that when I was, struggling with all the things we've been talking about.
Yeah, Rutgers ain't too shabby on a resume. That's true, and their entomology department is killer. Some really big names have come out of there. People much smarter than me all over that program, so that's always good. You don't want to be the smartest person in a room ever, especially if you're in a professional setting like that. You want to be the dumbest person so you can learn a lot.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great point. You gotta find those. You gotta put yourself in those rooms, and find those people, find those situations.
Yeah. So getting a PhD there is pretty big, because they don't really accept a lot of people. My incoming class has 3 people in it. Yeah. It's a really tiny program.
That's amazing. So here's another one for you.
Okay, let's do it.
If you could have one gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, metaphorically speaking, getting a message out to millions or billions, what would it say and why? It could be a few words or a paragraph. If helpful, it can be someone else's quote, or are there any quotes you think of often or live your life by?
Workers of the world unite. You have nothing to lose but your chains. That's true, by the way.
Where would you put it?
I'd put it somewhere where a lot of people would see it. It's that people that are depressed and going to crappy jobs. It's like, I don't know, the Long Island Expressway or something.
Nice, man. I feel.
I'm a big believer in trade unions, and I think that we talk a lot about personal growth and personal building, and it's all super important. And being an individual is important, and having hobbies and beliefs is important. But what gets things done is people working together and collective action.
Look at this. Look what
exactly.
we're doing here,
And listen, you can be as badass as you want at something, but if you really want to change the world, you need people with you.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite quotes. Is if you want to go, I think it's an African proverb that's been translated. Mm-hmm. If you want to go fast, go by yourself.
Yep.
If you want to go far, go together.
It's true. And people, I noticed today, they're talking about SpaceX today on the news, and they're talking about Elon Musk, as if Elon Musk built that rocket ship alone.
Right.
Elon Musk is not an engineer.
Yeah.
He's a money guy.
Yep.
And the people that did the real work, I mean, he might be sciencey.
He's the face.
He might be a sciencey guy. He might be smart. He probably is smart. But thousands of people collected together to make that a reality and build that up.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, it's like Steve Jobs and Apple too.
Yeah, all the way from the guy who sweeps the floor up to the top engineer. Everyone had to collaborate to make that flight a success. And we are powerful together. We're not we don't have to be like islands.
Right.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, I know. I think that's so important to keep in mind. I spent so many years just being a recluse and not wanting people's help on projects and things, and then I said, well, let me try to get some of this stuff out there. Let me try to help some people with tutorials and teaching people stuff that I know, because I used to be really selfish and really secretive about what I was doing, and then my philosophy changed, and I said, well, if I can help one person out, and that's why I started doing this. I'm giving out all these ideas and hoping, because I'm getting that inspiration back from all these people.
Totally.
And it's amazing.
Too weird to live, too rare to die.
It would be Hatbro, don't lie, Tim.
It would be Catbro.
Let's see. What is one
big huge billboard hat, bro? No information at all.
Rocket ship of inspiration. Oh, hey, Dakota.
What up, Dakota?
Yeah, that's all good. We've been just hanging out this morning. This is the second episode of Coffee with Tim. It's kind of a random live stream. I'm just interviewing musicians, artists, smart individuals, friends, anybody that, I don't know, that I look up to and I want to get some info from. And we've been talking about the Kickstarter. We've been talking about workers' rights. We've been talking about late capitalism, endgame.
It's really off the rails, y'all.
Yeah, we're just going all out. We're kind of hanging out. Capro's here, chilling down there. He keeps coming in and out. He's chilling in the sun. And we're just asking Tim some questions.
What up?
But yeah, man. Good to have you, Dakota. Good to see you again. So Tim, what is one of the best or most worthwhile investments you've ever made? Could be an investment of money, time, energy, etc.
Oh man,
because I feel like when people say investments, they always think of like, oh, what stocks do you?
I haven't made any real investments in money.
But I think, like for me, one of the best investments I make on a monthly basis is my Photoshop, my subscription to Photoshop.
Oh, totally.
Because like that's taught me so much. That's how I do all the graphics on the channel, the graphics for the Kickstarter, the graphics for the Patreon, the graphics for the website. Like it's revolutionized my workflow. And because I used to do like stupid shit where I would be like in preview and like editing stuff in preview and moving stuff by the pixel, and this is like I can't believe how long it took me. This is like 10x's 100x's my ability to make graphics in a fast manner. Saves me time, and it's like $10 a month.
Yeah, no, it's true. Those are always useful.
Yeah,
those are great things to invest in, because like the whole suite of those are amazing. Like,
yeah,
the reason why that people use them.
We're talking about getting Illustrator. Do you have any
I love Illustrator. Yeah, I know how to use it. It's good. Illustrator's good. Illustrator's really good. Actually, Adobe Flash or Spark is brilliant for quick little things.
Adobe Spark?
Yeah, it's free actually. And it's really good for like designing a quick prototype of a page you want to do.
Oh, cool.
You can do it on the internet. It's all browser based.
Oh, that's
yeah. It's great for prototyping.
What about, you ever use Lightroom? That comes
I
like
love
stock
Lightroom.
with it. I don't know.
Lightroom is amazing.
It's kind of like
it's just for photographs.
Okay.
Yeah, but it makes amazing photos. I did that for all my Iceland stuff.
Cool.
Came out incredible. Investment, right?
Oh, Dave, yeah, that was part of the reason I wanted to do this series in the morning when we have time. Is because I realize a lot of you guys are not available during the evenings. It seems like we get a different crowd in here in the mornings. So when it makes sense to do it in the mornings, when we have time.
Hell yeah.
We're going to be doing it. I'm sorry that there's random in nature. It's kind of based on schedules and
sure.
During the week can be weird because we have work and I have jury duty and I don't know. But yeah.
Mike has his deposition that he has to get to. His arraignment.
Jury duty.
Jury duty.
Currently out on bail right now.
Mike is a victim of the fascist police state who doesn't let you urinate in public. My most useful investment of time or whatever is probably learning how to just play an instrument.
Cool.
And I'm not very good. But it's...
And you're not saying that because this is a music channel.
No, it's just true. Because if you can play an instrument, you automatically have the ability to like communicate with people who do.
Right.
It opens you up to like another group of people, and you can any group of musicians, no matter what their style is, you can just like sit with them and chat and play music together and like and bond over that.
And
even if you suck, you can
right.
like if you can follow some chords, you can be a part of that experience, and it's really fun.
Right. Well, and I think that's also the beauty of like indie rock, and I guess since the '90s or even '80s, when people with 4 tracks and just people at home recording. It's like it used to be you had to be this amazing musician to go record and get your stuff heard, and now it's just like anybody with the ability to learn how to play a few chords can write and record a song.
Yeah, totally.
Can perform on the internet. And that's what I think that's some of the most compelling music is made by people who are not musicians.
I agree. I totally
That's
agree.
why I love indie rock.
I really love finding like a band with like 8 YouTube views.
Right.
And you wind up like discovering all this wacky stuff in a genre that you might not have thought you liked, and I don't know. I love that stuff. It's fun.
Yeah. Dakota said, "This is the best live stream to slack off at work too."
Accurate.
Living life, escaping psychopath roommates, and recording music. How about you?
Yep.
About to do the same in a couple minutes. About to take this live stream on the road. Cool. So easy a caveman can do it. Yes, psychopath roommates been there, bought the t-shirt.
Been there, bought the t-shirt. Oh my god. Yeah, there's nothing worse than having to share space with somebody who is terrible.
Yeah. I mean, right. You can tell sometimes either.
People seem very normal sometimes.
I gotta be honest though. I've been really lucky with my roommates. When I had roommates, I was always pretty good. I was always good friends of mine, and
I've had one bad roommate.
I've had one bad one too, but
and it really can ruin like your whole day when a bad roommate does something stupid. You're just like, oh my god, you can't even relax anymore.
Yeah, because it's a serious relationship, like any other relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, it sucks. Well, they've got more access to you than most people.
Yeah.
And it's annoying.
And then the whole monetary aspect to the money aspect was
always
always an issue, and people feeling like they get short end of the stick, or I'm not gonna pay the Wi-Fi because I don't use it, stuff like that. Oh yeah, we gotta check out Horse Jumper of Love.
Horse Jumper of Love, huh?
Mine was a junkie, now in Pokey.
Yikes!
What's Pokey?
Jail.
Oh, jeez.
Not good.
Not good. Tim, here's another question for you from, we're also asking Tim some questions for Tribe of Mentors. Tim Ferriss's book, what is an unusual habit or an absurd thing you love? And this is perfect for you because I know you have so many unusual habits and so many absurd things that you love.
It's really a perfect question for me because all my hobbies are like bizarre and don't make any sense together.
Unusual habit or absurd. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like absurd, but something that you do that is other people don't, or that you think is like, I don't know.
I like making.
Maybe you brush your teeth while hanging from one of those upside down.
Oh yeah. No, I don't do that. I'm really into cooking.
Right.
And I like making weird homemade foods that normally people don't make homemade. I make all my own pasta from scratch. I don't buy pasta ever.
Yeah, Tim's been having a pasta class with me sometimes. It's pretty sweet.
We'll live stream the pasta class.
Yeah, that'll be funny.
I make my own pizza dough. I don't ever buy pizza. I sometimes buy pizza for like parties, but I make my own pizza dough. I make all my own like ethnic foods. Like I learned a bunch of Greek recipes from my grandma, and I'll make like dolmatis and spanakopita and all that, which is like hard.
That's involved.
It's a lot of work, yeah, but it tastes so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good shit. Except with dank, authentic
ramen.
Oh my god. Yo, making your own ramen is amazing. Actually, our buddy Ben. The Ben Lee.
He has 15. Well, he probably has like what 1,400 and
years of experience.
20 years of experience.
Sure. Yeah. He showed me how to make real kimchi, which is.
I'm just gonna show them what Catbro's up. Keep going. I'm just gonna show them what. Catbro is like loving life down here.
Very happy.
Hold on. Let me take this off of here.
Happy cat.
Like, this is one of my favorite things that Catbro does. He just like chills in the sun. He has such a simple life, but he knows what's up.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's in bliss right now.
That looks really, really nice, actually.
Yeah. So he's just chilling down there. I hope you can see him. Anyway, so that's what Catbro's up to right now. And that's Catbro's daily reality. Catbro doesn't worry about global trade.
That must be nice.
Catbro doesn't know.
Not stressing out about this bullshit that I'm constantly.
There's something to be said about pets. And the things that they teach us.
Totally. And my other really dumb thing that I do, which is incredibly dumb, is I like to put on those at night. I like to put on those fake fireplace videos on YouTube.
Oh, really?
And read books.
That's awesome. I never knew that about you.
Yep, I read a book every night, no matter what. Right now, I'm working through I Can't Breathe, Killing on Bay Street by Matt Taibbi.
You bought that.
Very dark, but interesting.
It's like non-fiction, but written as fiction.
It's almost written like as if it were a novel, but it's true story. It's about Eric Garner, and but every night I've been reading that, and every night I read something, and I like to put on the Just put on the fake fireplace noise because I can't have a fireplace, but I love the sound of crackles.
Yeah, right. That's awesome.
It's very dumb.
But that's it, man. That's something that you love to do.
Catbro doing something he wants to do today. Every day.
Every day,
no
man.
doubt.
Every day. That's all he does.
No doubt.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much you can learn just from Catbro.
Dave.
Oh, later, Dave. Take it easy. Thanks for coming through today. I'm glad we got to see you again. Do something you want to do today. Tim, in the last 5 years, what new belief, behavior, or habit has most improved your life?
I've gotten a lot more active.
Using a cassette tape as a bookmark.
I've gotten a lot more active politically in the last 5 years, and I've stopped viewing politics as like a show up and vote every couple of years. It's more like an active behavior change.
Yeah.
So I go to all my union meetings, and I go to all the events and negotiations for contracts, and just to like be part of the process now, which is different. And you wind up meeting a lot of really good people doing that stuff, and like a really cool, like ideologically diverse group of people that you can just like have talks with and like learn new things. And I feel like I've expanded my horizons a lot.
Well, I think that's what life's all about. Is like the pursuit of knowledge, the pursuit of learning. You know, I mean, that's what really gets me going too.
No, it's that's been a really big change in how I view the world, even because you just meet so many people and learn so many things.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
It's good stuff.
Let's see. What advice would you give to a smart, driven college student about to enter the real world? What advice should they ignore?
Ignore anyone who tells you. Oh man, this is hard because I had such an uncommon post-college experience.
Okay.
Because entomology is a weird field. Not a lot of people do it. So.
Well, let me ask you this then. That one's tough. What are bad recommendations you hear in your profession or area of expertise?
Oh my God.
That might be a little bit easier, right?
Yeah, I hear a lot of bad advice from people who basically say like, that's a hard one too, because
Dave's still here. It's cool. His meeting's tomorrow.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
People sometimes talk about in the hard sciences how you need to just sort of get a job as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hear that.
Yeah.
And I feel like
I would say that would be my advice. Yeah.
And I feel like that isn't the best advice all the time, depending on the field at least, because I found that I was in a job and I had a master's degree and I was enjoying that job, but I was feeling like I had nowhere else to go intellectually and career-wise in that position. So I was like, I'm going to take a gamble and go for the PhD. And, you know, if that leads to a job as like a professor, that's great. And if it doesn't, I have more opportunities than I started with, even though I'm taking a pay cut for 4 years and working like a crazy person. So that's a gamble, but I think that it's a good gamble.
Right. Cool. Let's see. Oh, this is a great one because I think this is important for us, everybody who's working on creative projects or just like, you know.
Yeah, Tim's a gambling man.
Tim's a gambling man.
That's true.
In the last 5 years, what have you become better at saying no to? Distractions, imitations. What new realizations and or approaches helped? Any other tips? So what have you become better at saying no to? Because as you get older, I'm sure you guys have experienced, you have less time to do the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
And you can't say yes to doing everything because, like I said, there's things you don't want to do, but you feel obligated to do them.
I started saying no to, like, spending time with people I don't really want to.
Yeah.
I used to feel really obligated to, like anytime anybody from my old college, like, was around, I felt obligated to reach out to them and hang out with them, even if, like, I had nothing in common with them. And now it's just, like, if they want to hang out with, if they want to reach out to me and hang out, it's great. Like, I will, but I don't feel, if I don't really, like, want to do something, I don't feel guilted into doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas I think I used to feel that a lot.
Me too. It's so easy to fall into, like, feeling obligation or guilt to do something, and if it's something you don't want to do. And that's why I keep constantly saying that, and a lot of you guys are picking up on that. Do something you want to do today, because just like Catbro, he just wants to sit in the sun and chill and be in bliss, you know? Like,
yeah.
that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to be, I don't know.
Like today, I could have just dicked around on Reddit all morning and then worked in the afternoon instead of coming here in the morning and working in the afternoon.
Right, and then this is like an experience we're getting to share with all the subscribers and the TascFam, and also it's just fun hanging out with you, man. It's like I haven't seen you in like a week, and it's fun to have some
which is a long time, by the way.
Yeah, it's a long time because I usually see Tim like every day, so yeah, I mean, that's why I just always try to say that too, because like just do something you want to do, because it's so easy to go down this path of least resistance, of where you're just saying, okay, I'll go do X. Okay, I'll go help this person do this. Okay, when that doesn't, I mean, not that you shouldn't help people do things.
Actually, Mike's the Kramer in our relationship.
Yeah.
Usually Mike just walks into my apartment.
I have been doing that now. I like whipping doors open and catching people in the act.
Yeah, I'm more of the George Costanza. No, I'm actually more of an Elaine, now that I think about it.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm a little neurotic in some ways.
I thought you were gonna say you're like the Bizarro World Kramer, episode where like
oh my god, yeah.
No,
I think that I'm the I'm not Jerry, because I'm not cynical enough to be Jerry. But I'm not, I think that I'm more of an Elaine type.
George is like, I don't know.
George is just a sad sack, although I do definitely share some similarities with George in that I'm very self-deprecating.
Right.
But I think George means it.
Yeah, I mean, George is like in a place that I would never want to be at.
Reddit distracts me too much. What's your guys' favorite sub? Most of Reddit's subreddits are terrible.
Newman.
But I like... It's Newman, yeah. I like the Chapo Trap House subreddit, which is a dope podcast, and their subreddit is super funny. And I like food, and I like some of the like hiking subreddits as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. The earth porn ones are too populated with like too polished photos, but some of the hiking ones are really cool.
Cool. Yeah, the one I spend the most time on is just because it's related to the channel. Is I have it somewhere over here. Cassette culture.
Oh, that sounds cool.
The only thing with that Reddit community is it's more based on like collecting tapes, which is cool, and getting new tapes. I kind of want to make one that's like, cause I don't have enough clout on there yet, but I want to make my own subreddit, or maybe one of you guys can make it about cassette recording, because I think it would be cool just to have. Because cassette culture is cool, but it's very broad, and once in a while there's people who post their acquisitions of stuff. But
if you're a active,
just got rated R.
If you're an active post, oh my god, too rare. If you're an active poster on that sub, you could probably post like, "Hey y'all, making a sub about recording on tapes now," and just get a bunch of people to shoot on over and just pop on over to the sub, hit subscribe, smash that like button, just pop on down.
Yeah. All right. Let's see when.
Stream just got rated R. You bastard. Who is, we don't really have a Newman in our group, because nobody's, like, constantly sabotaging us.
Yeah. I don't know, Tim. I think that kind of wraps up the questions from this book that I feel like are related. I think I asked you almost all of them. I mean, here's one. When you feel overwhelmed or unfocused or have lost your focus, what do you do?
I put on any album by The World is a Beautiful Place and I'm No Longer Afraid to Die on my big headphones.
Yeah, on the headphones I borrowed for the first ever video.
I sit in the dark and listen to that and just write something.
That's amazing.
And it really, really gets me back on track.
Is it fiction, or do you write like
whatever I feel like writing? Whatever I feel like writing. Fiction.
Wow, that's a really cool.
Sometimes I'll do work when I do that. Like if I'm really trying to write something like part of my thesis or whatever, I'll just bang that on and I'll just focus like on the whatever topic I'm working on. And then usually it's garbage. I have to go back and edit it, but it comes fast, you know. Don't chat and drive.
Yeah,
you can listen.
Yeah.
You can listen, but don't chat.
And Apple wrote Cook with the dislike. Yeah, the Grammys, you could get people from other music subs. Yeah.
Does everyone know that band? The World is a Beautiful Place.
Do you guys know that band?
They're so
What
good.
do they say? It's emo revival?
It's like, I'd say that it's like emo revival, but they're amazing. And they have a new album from, I guess it's 2017, called Always Foreign, and it's so good. They're great.
Twin Reverbs, Twin said, I coined the Catbro term while chatting while valeting someone's car that night.
That is dangerous.
He's driving somebody else's car, came up with the Catbro line, and that was the history.
Yeah, they're a weird sound. I can understand.
That too.
I can understand like listening to a bit and not getting into it. But if you like anything at all about them, listen to Harmlessness, the album, because they're all amazing.
How many albums do they have? I was impressed they were a relatively new band.
Not like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
they do one every year pretty much.
That's cool.
They're really, I don't know. I like them a lot. I like their sound.
Foxing for Life. Foxing's a band, right? Have you heard of that? Yeah.
Foxing.
I mean, Twin. Yeah, I mean, if you have some like amazing observations to make in the chat,
incredible insight. Risk
do it up.
I wouldn't recommend it.
But do that if you're like pulled over. Or at a stop.
Disclaimer: stop the car first.
Yeah, we do not.
We do not endorse chatting in the YouTube comments while driving.
Yeah, or watching YouTube videos and streams while driving. But you can listen. That's kind of what.
Throw that in the cup holder. Smash that play button.
Yeah.
You don't need to see us. It's not that important.
Have you guys listened to Me Without You? Their older emo spoken word.
I have heard of them. Yeah, I like them. I have heard of them before. I think I've heard a couple songs.
Yeah, I feel like that's I have heard that.
They pop up on my
They
pop up on my like discovery playlists of
that
genre.
I know that band. I know that style.
That genre is fun. Like I like Dads a lot. They're kind of like a lo-fi emo revival band.
What about you like what's that other band? Hotelier?
Oh, the Hotelier is so good. That album just is the most like exudes feeling. Like it's so like, emotional, and
the gang vocals are on point.
Yeah, it's beautiful. We kind of copied them for our Little Wiser cover in the cabin.
Yeah.
Had a very Hotelier feel.
Oh man, I gotta bounce that stuff down.
Yeah, bounce that because it's good shit. Oh, Dads, good band, dude. They're so good. They have that feel too, where it's the whole group singing, but like just half singing, half yelling.
Yeah.
It's so great. I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's very melodic, but it's not. It's hard. It's like it's intense, but it's melodic at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not just like screaming for the sake of it.
Right.
Which can get boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's like one of the better parts of emo revival, I think.
Yeah.
Gang vocals.
My music taste is wacky though, because like I'll go from that to like Kendrick Lamar like instantly.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And I was just
Childish Gambino.
Yeah, I was just banging Because the Internet, which is an incredible album. Childish Gambino in my car before. I love that album.
Yeah, me too.
Shut up, dude.
Yeah, shut up, Twin. That's what Mario was saying the other day too. He was like, it's like I just got pulled over. It's like, damn, I just got pulled over, and I don't even think he was driving. But then somebody was saying, like, well, I hope the cop has a TascFam 424.
That would be the most bizarre circumstance in the entire history of the internet, I think, if that were to happen.
Oh man, but for real, as I was pulling off, my manager called and said he would take that delivery, so I'm back, baby.
Dude, why is everyone getting off like light today?
I know, it's like
it's so good.
Like jury duty, nothing. You were back from your trip. You don't have anything to. It's like it's cool, man. It's serendipity. It's like
for reals.
I'm always surprised that being able to come here and do this, and then having all you guys hang out. It's just so sick,
Yeah.
Because that's something I wanted to do with this, with the live stream was I don't know. What do you guys think? Turning it into some sort of podcast, or taking the audio and making it a podcast?
You may as well just throw it on there,
right? I mean, it couldn't hurt.
It couldn't hurt.
I mean,
do you guys like country? Shaky Graves. Really inspired by. I do like some country stuff actually.
All country.
Yeah, I like some of that stuff, and I'm into folk as well. I like the Avett Brothers a lot, which is like not really alt, but they're still really good.
Right.
Fleet Foxes is good. They're not really country, but they're a little folky. There's some other stuff I like too. I even like some mainstream country stuff sometimes. Like,
right.
I'll even bang on a little Florida Georgia Line when I'm feeling it.
Cool.
I think that's good. I'm one of those annoying people that like does actually like almost everything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's something you can find enjoyable. If you like music, I mean, I feel like you're gonna like music.
Johnny Cash is incredible.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Yep.
So good.
I haven't listened to a lot of like Ernest Tubb or Merle Haggard.
There's some good.
I'm sure they're amazing.
There's some old stuff out there that just can never be beaten. Like my favorite singer is Billie Holiday, hands down.
Right.
Strange Fruit is probably the best song I've ever heard.
Really?
Just in general, it's
awesome.
So beautiful and so good, and it's like probably the most important song because it like that song made the government kill her.
Really?
It's a true story. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was deemed like too rebellious.
Really?
And like because she had a heroin addiction from a really traumatic injury in her childhood. So she was addicted to drugs, and this was around the time when the drug war was really ramping up, and she was considered like a dissident for singing this song about lynching, like an anti-lynching protest song, basically. And the government hounded her for the rest of her life, just stalking her and harassing her. And finally, when she was having a withdrawal, they prevented the hospital from giving her like withdrawal medication, and she died.
Like methadone or something?
Yeah, they prevented the hospital from giving her methadone. And this was like the leader
Is that like a documented?
This is true. This is an actual fact.
That's crazy.
They killed her.
I never knew that.
Basically because she was playing Strange Fruit to a mixed race crowd.
Wow.
Basically, like she was selling out shows, but they wouldn't let her use the main entrance. They made her go in the back.
Oh my god.
You know, and she's incredible. Like Billie Holiday is my.
So like this
she's so good.
year? What year is this around? 50s, 60s?
Yeah. No, it was earlier than that.
Earlier than that.
I don't really remember, but there's such a wonderful quality to those recordings too. I got like Billie Holiday vinyls, and they're just like incredible.
Wow, that's awesome.
Really crackly and nice because they're old.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Cool, man.
Waylon Jennings is pretty cool too. I gotta check that out.
What about
I don't know that much about him.
There's that other band too. A lot of.
Yeah, 50s recordings had something so special about them. It's really true. There's just something just so warm and fuzzy, but not in like I don't know. I just love that sound.
And it's also like the musicianship is just I think is like super high bar, because it was these people were just playing all day.
Yeah, the big band stuff, the jazz stuff, all of that was it's just great to get on vinyl if you can find it. Yeah, and it's cheap. Because they produce so much.
So many of it. Yeah. I mean that's the thing that makes records expensive. Some people don't get that. It's like. I have some coworkers and they were like, "Oh, I brought my records to the record shop and they were only going to give me like $10 for them." And it's like, yeah because you have like all these records that are in circulation. Like maybe they're $4 records.
Yeah. Do you know how many copies?
You know how many copies?
Hard Day's Night are out there?
Dark Side Moon.
Exactly. Like no one cares.
It's like people think records are just inherently worth money, but it's like no, it's the rarity of them is what makes like if something was rare, if there was only 100 copies pressed, 1,000 copies, that's what's going to make something expensive. Not just the fact that you have records and they're I think that's funny. I don't know. This is like a diatribe, but back to that's so you can get these records, the 50s stuff, because there were a lot of them produced.
Yeah.
So they're readily available to listen to.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I love
dealt with that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a huge pain in the ass. I don't doubt it. I mean, people trying to people get mad stuff isn't worth what they thought it was.
Yeah. Well, people think just because they have old stuff that it's worth money, but it's just funny. Like,
dude, that sounds like a fun place to work. Where do you live?
That's cool.
Like, what state do you live in?
Yeah, surfing. Or Too Rare. See, Too Rare originally was surfing, but now this is his publishing company.
I like Too Rare.
Yeah. He does I think last time he was saying it's like literary, but also like record labels.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Called, I'm trying to get...
Working on the cover letter.
Do you live in a legal cannabis state? North Carolina? No, okay, not yet then. I like North Carolina though.
Yeah.
It's a fun place.
Yep. We were talking about this the other night. There's a bunch of members of the TascFam that are all from like that Tri-City area or whatever that's called, and then also like Asheville, because that's where I got a friend and some family down there, Becky's sister.
Oh, sure.
Like, they live in Burlington, North Carolina. So like, and that was like that when we went to I always bring this up, the story when I went to the Moog factory in Asheville. I didn't even know it was there, and that's what kind of got me kicking on all this electronic gear. I saw the obviously the emblem. It was like an old factory building. I was like, oh, this must have been like it was like a big brick factory. I was like, oh, this must have been like the old Moog place, and then we walked up, and there was like a showroom, and it was the Moog factory.
That is really cool
in Asheville, and I was like, this is crazy. And it's like that's what I always think of now when I think of North Carolina and all you guys down there. It's like it's just that was such a magical trip for me.
That's a fun state though. I love.
Yeah, it's really cool. A lot of people are moving down there, especially from up here.
It's got nice weather.
Yeah. And then the taxes, man.
Twin, you're in Maryland? I was just in Maryland.
East Coast represent.
I drove through Maryland 2 days ago. I didn't stay, unfortunately. I'm going to be staying there in March for a week. A little less than a week. I have a conference out there. I'll be staying in Annapolis. So if you have any good restaurants, hit me up.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I'm in Baltimore.
Yeah, I drove right through Baltimore. It's so funny.
Yeah,
I love Baltimore, though. East Coast is so many fun, so many
great cities, man. And they're so close together, you know. Like especially once you head south from here, you know.
That's what's funny about it, because my lab is in South Jersey, in the middle of nowhere, but I'm like half an hour from Philly, and I didn't realize like I'm like within an hour of so many cool places.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You can just pop down to DC if I feel like. I mean, DC sucks. No offense, DC people, but you know I could if I wanted to.
You could check out the I don't know, you can go there. I was gonna say you could go check out the back room of Comet Pizza. Right.
I'm not saying that there's a dungeon.
Oh my god,
dude, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't know.
We live in the stupidest timeline.
Yeah. But yeah, like there's so many cool cities on the East Coast. Much nicer when I lived there in the 90s. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, it's just probably just ramped. I mean, a lot of these cities now are becoming like even New York, man. Like people are moving out of there left and right because it's too expensive, you know, to live there. This fucking timeline.
It's getting there.
Cities are getting built up, man. I mean, I would love to live in like a bigger city, but I just couldn't afford it.
No, I mean that's why I don't get like some of these suburbs around New York, where it's like you pay as much as if you're living in New York, but you don't get any of the benefits.
Living in New York. Yeah.
You get none of the benefits, but all the costs.
Yeah.
So what the hell?
And all the headache.
Right. It's like you're still dealing with all the problems, but none of the benefits. You can't just like hop on a train and go to a museum. Not like you can now because fuck the subway system.
Yeah.
But
well, that's what I thought was always so funny too. Like I had a lot of friends living in Brooklyn, and they'd always play shows, but it would take them like an hour to get to a show because they had to jump on a train, bring their amp. They didn't have cars, and it was like, oh my god. It was like,
shouldn't you be working?
Yeah, Steph, what are you doing?
She's working right now.
It's so funny. And like, you know, these guys were traveling hour and a half to get to these shows, and it's like I can go play a show. I don't know, up the street. It's not even 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, it's
if
true.
I really want to.
It is nice.
Because this one something I realized is like, yeah, you could live in Brooklyn or someplace where there's a scene, but like it really doesn't matter. You can go play wherever you want.
Yeah,
and,
no,
like,
that's true.
I don't know, why am I gonna? Because I used to live down in New York, and I was like, why am I gonna like kill myself to live here, pay crazy amounts of money, live in a place that's super congested, that's polluted. I mean, it's an awesome, dope place. Don't get me wrong. I would love to live there.
I love New York.
I'd love to live there, but I love New York.
But I would.
But as an artist, it just doesn't make sense if you're going to be trying to do music and playing music and stuff.
I'm a nature freak.
Me too.
So I need to be able to get into nature quickly.
And it's like we have the best of both worlds in New Falls because it's a little bit suburban, a little bit urban. But then you got the mountains right over there.
Exactly. That's why I like some of the West Coast cities.
Yeah, Portland.
Because you're never more than an hour away from like a good hike.
Dude, that was what's cool about Asheville is that it's a cool city and then it's in a valley, so all around you.
True.
But I didn't get to go hiking because we were there the one day or the 2 days out of the year it snows. So we're gonna have to go back there.
That does suck, dude.
Has been viable for burgeoning artists since maybe '85.
Yeah.
Has been viable, or do you mean?
Hasn't.
Yeah. That's what I thought you meant. Yeah.
No, it's true. I mean, all these the rents there are nuts because you look at like who owns those buildings, and it's like recluse Russian oligarchs who never actually go there. It dropped $6 million.
You were telling me that, right? People are just buying buildings and leaving them vacant.
People from a lot of foreign companies or countries or rich people in them will buy a bunch of property in New York City and use that basically as a bank.
Right.
Because they can hide their money there.
Right.
Basically.
That's crazy.
And it has spiked rent a lot. That's why a lot of people are now pushing for rent control again. But like, you're never really going to fix the problem until you basically kick these people out. Which, how are you going to do it?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
In my ideal world, we would just seize those apartments and just give them to people. But that's
and the stream just cuts out. Oh,
Yeah.
that's like Toronto and Vancouver.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Totally.
Toronto's a cool city.
I'm going to Vancouver
really
in
enjoy visiting
November for about a week in Vancouver.
Now, Vancouver, is that more West Coast?
That's as far west as you can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
actually,
where's Winnipeg? Is that?
Winnipeg is
more mid?
I think
Midwest?
I think so.
Okay.
Vancouver's like by Portland and Seattle.
Yeah.
It's like on that trip.
Okay. So
I was thinking of renting a car and going to see my buddy Ian in Portland. So
dude, I will go with you, man.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Might go like a weekend early and spend the weekend with Ian.
Cool. Yeah, West Coast is cool, man. And the same with LA. My buddy lives out in LA. I live out there. Sean, actually, the guy that does that did the theme song with Mary. They live out there, and this is always a good time of year. I try to go out and visit them because it's always pretty nasty here. But this winter hasn't been too bad.
Hasn't been terrible. 2 years ago, we were living in hell.
Yeah.
So.
I guess the opposite of hell.
I love the
hell.
The Dante's Inferno hell.
I almost said we got legalized.
We got legalized. Everyone wants. Homestar 101. Everyone wanted some. Yeah, dude. The East Coast is actually starting to catch up on the weed legalization front. Yeah. I think Massachusetts.
It all comes down to money, man. Look at all the money that's being flowing into these places now.
We got recreational for the first time pretty soon in Massachusetts. New Jersey's pushing.
Hampshire? Did they do that?
I don't know if they have.
Or maybe with Massachusetts.
But New Jersey's gonna push now, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
And a great idea in my opinion.
Baltimore decriminalized. That's awesome.
Yeah, of course, that's good.
It's just strange that you can have.
There's very little good news in the world right now, but there's Vermont as well.
Oh yeah.
But there's
That's where I was
one good thing is that a lot of these cities are independently decriminalizing stuff on their own.
Right.
Or getting rid of like cash bail, which is good.
What's that?
When you get arrested and like they're like pay $50,000
$100,000
and you can get out,
right.
and or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Basically, even if you were presumed innocent, you can't leave until your court date,
right.
which is insane. You're basically being kept without charges.
Yeah, right.
And that's been banned in a couple
cities.
Guilty
until proven innocent.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a cash cow.
Right.
Private companies are the ones collecting that money.
Yeah.
They hire a company.
Oh, is that right?
It's true. Yeah. A for-profit company, is basically extorting prisoners for money. That's nuts. Totally ridiculous system, but it's getting banned now because it's literally just a grift.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, I mean, I would love to live in a huge city, but it's just.
I like a mid-size, like a Burlington, Vermont type city.
Yeah,
that's a nice
cool.
one. Yeah. Oh, I love Burlington, dude. That's such a fun place.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do like a TascFam 424 tour or something.
That actually would be a good idea. Yeah. We'll find a place where the most people can come out, and we'll do a little live show.
We'll figure out where a lot of the TascFam is located, and we'll try to book some sort of road trip tour. Hang out around that. I think that would be so much fun.
It'd be really fun.
That's always something I enjoy doing: travel and meeting people.
Also, it'd be fun to just you bring the shit, you record a couple songs with people.
Yeah.
You have a little mixtape for the effort.
That'd be cool.
I'd be down. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, Twin, thank you. I was thinking that too. Like, there's so many ideas flowing around here. It's crazy. I think that would be a great one. Maybe once it gets a little bit warmer out, we can start TascFest.
TascFest.
Yeah, man, I've been wanting to do something like
really
that.
Cool.
I think that would be so cool to do something like that. Managed to score a 3-burn loft in PDX back in and they spiked it. Wow.
Oh, that sucks.
What's PDX Portland?
Portland, yeah. I don't know why it's called that, but that's what the airport is called, right?
PDX.
Oh, that's brutal.
That's brutal, my man.
Ugh. Yeah, there needs to be some shit done about that, because you're just going to drive everyone out.
That's like a 50% increase.
Yeah. Like, people are like, why are people moving out of the city? Well, maybe it's because you're literally driving them out.
Right, and who's moving in there? Who's.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that, sir.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Awesome. We're going to definitely take you guys up on that. I want to do some kind of plan like that and just like hang out, record, play some music, play some shows or whatever,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Do like a little thing, that'd be cool. We'll get Ben the Korean Vampire.
Of course.
We'll get Tim Bro, we'll get Hat Bro. Catbro, unfortunately.
Probably can't come.
he has, what is that called? Agoraphobia?
Yeah.
He can't leave the apartment, otherwise he freaks out. So Catbro won't be able to come.
We could get Brian probably.
Oh yeah, Brian, Jay. We have to get a TascFam and just start heading out.
Have y'all listened to Brian's music?
Oh yeah.
It's really good. Link that. Brian, who was at the cabin.
I've been meaning to have Brian on here.
Yeah, get Brian on here via Skype or something.
Yellow Rainbow, right?
Yeah, Yellow Rainbow. He lives in the city. He's got an amazing band or solo act, whatever, called Yellow Rainbow, and it's kind of like electronica, trance type, but it reminds me of the Books, if you know the Books. It's really similar to them. It's
Brian,
good
stuff. He was at the cabin. Did you mention that?
Brian was playing the mandolin.
Mandolin and the Hatbro, Ballad of Hatbro.
Yeah, at the cabin, and he did some incredibly cool mandolin stuff for all those tracks we did, which we'll put on the YouTube channel once we finish them.
Yep.
We just gotta bounce them down. We recorded a couple covers.
Dude, I've been like just so busy with stuff with this,
no doubt.
with personal life, stuff with, so there's like so many things on my list right now of things I have to do. I've been mixing stuff for some of these guys. Like, it's it's good. It's good to have be doing things I want to do. So
no doubt.
I'm really pumped about that. But yeah, check out Brian's stuff. We're gonna have Brian on here,
of course,
soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we could do a huge TascFam. We could rehearse with everybody and do some kind of like songs and
that'd be fun.
Record them and then go on like a little trip and see some of you guys. Like, I don't know, we'll figure something out with that. I think that'd be so much fun, and it would be so fun to have almost be like a traveling act of all the characters.
Sure, yeah. I mean, we're all real people, but we are also characters.
Yeah. we are also all cartoons.
We have not actually changed our personality at all for the show,
no,
but
really not.
There's definitely we're just a bunch of wacky weirdos, so it's perfect.
Yeah. I didn't know this was still live.
we're not.
Yeah, I think we're winding down.
Yeah, we're gonna bounce.
Yeah,
we're gonna bounce.
We gotta make some pasta, homemade pot now. I think we're gonna make some more coffee, and I'm actually behind on some of the videos today. Oh yeah, by the way, this afternoon I'm gonna be releasing videos on.
We'll do it live. Best video ever.
Oh, Bobby, that's so strange. People get these notifications so randomly. I don't know.
Rewind it. It's worth it.
Yeah,
it's a good show.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try to start putting these into some kind of a podcast format.
Sure.
This is kind of like a recording and doing it live, and then I don't know. We'll just upload them to iTunes or however that works. But yeah, it's just kind of like I like this segment, Coffee with Mike. It's kind of like whenever we can do it and get together. It's kind of random. We get to see some of you guys from other times of day, other parts of the world.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I appreciate all you guys being able to come out. I'm so happy that we were able to do this, Tim.
Yeah, for sure. Well, whenever I'm around, I'll pop by.
Yeah, we can. I mean, that's the thing. It's like we live so close. It's kind of like a no-brainer. West Coast repping. Where are you at? Where are you at, Bobby?
Hell yeah.
I was hyped when I got the notification. I wasn't expecting this. Yeah, this was definitely a surprise.
I just texted Mike. I was like, "You free?"
Yeah. I was.
LA, hell yeah.
Oh,
dude.
Nice, dude.
I love LA.
Yeah, we were just talking West Coast and Portland, Seattle. We were talking Vancouver. Just talking about the big cities out there.
LA is fun. I was there for a couple days.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, and I did LA.
San Diego?
Joshua Tree National Park, and then San Diego, like a little road trip, and it was super fun.
So dope out there. My buddy lives in Studio City, I think, out in LA. So I don't know what neighborhood you're at.
Oh, that's
it's like Vinoy's. How do you say it?
Van Nuy.
Vinay, that's
I think so.
Yeah. I always mispronounce it, and everybody looks at me like,
well,
stupid tourist.
They should try to pronounce Long Island Van Nuys. There it is.
Van Nuys.
They should try to pronounce Long Island
Van Nuys. Okay.
town names, and then we can talk about complicated names.
Yeah, then we'll talk.
Van Nuys.
Van Nuys. That's a good way to remember it.
That's good to remember. Van Nuys. Okay.
So I was close.
Not bad. It could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, I really like hanging out Silver Lake. I know that's like the spot.
I like Silver Lake,
but there's so many cool things down there, and I don't know. I really like it there.
I was on Melrose the whole time. I was
really
like for about half the trip. I was just gooning and buying shit on Melrose.
I gotta say, I really like Santa Monica Boulevard. I like all the cliche places that people like.
LACMA is cool too.
Where's that?
I went to LACMA. I don't remember the neighborhood, but it's like the art museum.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, LACMA's cool.
Lived in Santa Rosa for about 6 months. Yeah, we were talking about going out there. I'd like to live out there a little bit out of the year, or try living out there for a little bit.
I used to go to California
so
a lot. My
beautiful.
grandpa lived in San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
I used to go out there a lot.
That's right. I remember you saying that. They had to clean out his apartment at one point.
Yeah. When he died, my mom went and cleaned his apartment out, and my apartment is furnished with a lot of his old shit.
That's cool.
He was a weird collector type. He was the funniest dude. I loved him. But he loved California, and he was always like in his very Greek accent. He'd call me up and be like, "Oh, my son, you have to come to California. It's great. Awesome. It's a beautiful place. It's just like Greece. It's just like Greece." Was he a hippie back in the 60s?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
No, he was a carpenter, okay. Like classic working guy, old Greek socialist type who lived out there and worked with his hands his whole forever, and he lived into his his late 60s and he was still nailing roofs together. Wow. Like he was a badass dude.
Tough guy.
He was the best. I love him. But he had some cool weird collections. He had like a bunch of swords and stuff in his apartment. What? Yeah, he would just do it at yard sales and just like hang out.
So
a lot of
Did you have any other family out there?
No, he moved out there by himself. Wow. Him and his brother actually moved out there.
Okay.
Him and his my great uncle, I guess, they moved out there together, and they were roommates in Chinatown together for like most of their lives.
Wow.
Yeah. He was the bomb though. He was such a cool guy.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. His name was Aristides. How Greek is that?
Aristides.
Aristides.
Too rare ass. Was he Borat?
Was he Borat? It's not the best Greek accent, but it definitely wasn't Borat.
Yeah, R.I.P. Tim's grandpa. I wish I could have met him. He sounds like a really cool dude.
He was a cool dude. Yeah. My grandma and him got divorced, but she is still alive. It's Yaya.
Oh yeah.
She's the best. She's absolutely awesome. That whole side of my family is hilarious.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I guess we're gonna be wrapping up, everyone. Bobby, thanks for coming through at the end here. Catch the replay. I enjoy these coffees with Mike.
I too enjoyed coffee with Mike.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I really enjoy just interviewing people and hearing what you have to say. Obviously, I talk to you all the time, so I feel like I knew all your stories and all your answers, but it's just sick, man. Mm-hmm. It's like cool because now we have this and we can always go back and look at it, and it also just helps everybody get an idea of who we are. It's like the crew behind the channel. All the people, all these guys. Like you were saying, nothing is just one person. Before, like Tim Cook is not Apple.
Sure.
Elon Musk is not SpaceX.
Yep.
It's like that's kind of how the channel is too. Mm-hmm. Not to compare myself to
Elon Musk.
Yeah, no, I mean what I mean is
I know what you mean.
It's not just a solo effort.
Sure,
I have all these people behind me, encouraging me, helping me. I'm bouncing ideas off Tim constantly. Brian is always hitting me up with ideas. I mean, all you guys are hitting me up with ideas. And that's kind of the idea behind Coffee with Mike. Is like
I like it.
Interviewing musicians, friends, people I want to hear more about, people whose stories I want to hear, and just, talking about music, talking about art, talking about politics, whatever, man. Like, we're just having fun. We had some time to do this, so it's always fun to hang out.
I mean, my schedule is
TascFam, not in cars, getting coffee.
Yeah, don't do this in a car.
But that's like Jerry Seinfeld, right?
That's Jerry's like little mini series thing he does with other comedians.
Where did Catbro go? Did he just run out?
He ran away.
I was gonna do like a thing
Elon Butt Musk.
TascFam is greater than Elon Butt Musk. Oh man, that's great. I never heard that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Elon Butt Musk.
Any closing thoughts, Tim? Anything you wanna?
Just have a good time, y'all.
Yeah.
It's a nice day.
It's a nice day now that the salt spreaders are out.
Yep.
I think we're going to just...
everyone have fun. Do your thing.
Do something you want to do today, fellas.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been fun. This has been the second episode of Coffee with Mike. You just witnessed the second episode with Tim. I guess Tim's going to be on a lot because he lives right there.
Yeah, I'll be a regular guest.
Yeah. Much love to the TascFam. Much love to everybody helping hype the pedal.
Hell yeah.
Although it was unintentional this morning. We got this in there a little bit. Kickstarter is going to be coming soon. If you want to check out the Patreon, it's patreon.com/424recording. I added some new rewards on there.
New rewards, nice.
I think, like I said, I always say, if you just go and just check it out and laugh at some of this stuff, it's really funny.
Thanks, Dave.
I think. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for coming back. I'm glad your meeting was canceled.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And
good luck all
thanks
around.
everybody for hanging out and checking out what's going on. And do something you want to do today. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you nerd. I'm sure all you guys are. Nice hanging with you, Matt. Too Rare, Bobby, Twin, thanks for moderating.
The whole gang.
The gang's all here. Steph came through. Dakota was here.
Steph came through.
JMA. Jay was here earlier. We had a lot of people. Cafe's coming through.
Good.
As always.
Good group.
So Godspeed, my friends. Do something you want to do. Smash that like button if you like this, and have a wonderful day. All right.
Yeah. Later, y'all.
Peace.